Wake up, Lincoln.
Come on, it's 6 o'clock. Rise and shine, rise and shine.
It's time for Early Break, brought to you by Sandhills Global, live from Lincoln, America. Here's Jake Sorensen.
Did seem kind of meh.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
Surprisingly good.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
I want to buy a couple ducks. I'm bringing 2 ducks to the office.
This is Early Break.
Good morning. Happy Friday to you, Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch. On Early Break, we've got Sip for about 40 minutes today before he heads to West Lafayette via the air.
Yeah, I don't know. I just felt some obligation to be here.
Well, we appreciate you being here.
This is above
This
and
means
beyond.
a lot.
It
means a lot.
It is.
I appreciate it.
You could have easily said, nah, I got to get to the airport. I got to get prepared for the flight.
A lot
But
going
no,
on
you're
here.
here.
A lot going on in
I'm
this
shocked
morning.
you're flying out of Lincoln.
Why is that?
There's only 2 flights a week.
I think
it feels like that.
It's just one airline. Is that right?
Yes.
It's
United.
So you don't have to say what airline.
What airline? It's not what was it? Big Red Wrap-Up airline.
Big way.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
What was that?
Redway?
Redway.
Redway?
Yes.
Redway.
It lasted 3 months.
It lasted 3 months. That all of a sudden just disappeared. People lost money on that one. Hey, where's my? I had a ticket on that. Can I get that money back? Yeah, you're funny, buddy.
There was some federal money.
Yeah.
It went through $3 million in 3 months, I think, or more. Something like that.
But you know, you guys see the airport. It is beautiful.
It is nice.
I just wish there's more flights out of it,
It
though.
was.
So I say.
Kaiser painted that.
They were, and Jay was here.
Jay was just here. He dropped off donuts.
Dropped off
How
donuts.
about that?
Yes.
How about Jay?
Yeah, and he witnessed you almost have a heart attack because you woofed down your sandwich from McDonald's. So, and I said something. I go, "You're horsing it down."
That was really.
And all of a sudden, I look over at you, and you didn't look well.
My eyes were watering.
Yes.
Because it was in my throat.
Yes.
We've all had that, right?
We've all had that.
Is it cleared out now?
Yeah,
Feel
it's
better?
clear.
You feel better?
Yeah, it's
That's
clear.
good.
It's hard to eat a complete breakfast sandwich in 3 bites, and I saw it done. I saw
Oh,
it done.
there's half out there. There's still half.
You horsed it.
Yeah, I tend to do that with those. What is it? A sausage egg McMuffin. Those things are incredibly good.
They're so good.
They are. I don't know what the secret is. It's
McDonald's breakfast is one of the great because also
It's like KFC. It is what KFC is to chicken.
Yes, it is. The breakfast sandwich. I usually do the 2 small burritos. The sausage.
Do you?
Yeah, that's what I go with.
You like that?
The 2 burritos. And also, I will say this: if you get want to have a little more time and you're not driving, their pancakes are incredible.
Yeah, they're not bad.
They're
incredible.
Yeah.
Okay, I've had them. They're good. Yeah,
they're really good.
They are good.
yeah.
The stack.
And you go there over 1,000 times a year. We've done the math.
I mean, there's no doubt. There's no doubt
It's about-
that I go
about
there
that.
600 times a year. I mean, there's just no question about that. It's just a question of how much over 600 do I get?
Yeah.
That's the question.
That's the question. It's a lot. You average 3 a day.
2 a day for sure.
There.
So that's 700 actually.
So there's 700, and you several times you go through, and there's been times you went 5.
Yeah, and they know, and I don't go to the same one every time, but they still know. Like today, it was I got a large coffee. She said no orange juice today.
Yeah,
no, not today.
Yeah. That's incredible. When a person at McDonald's is telling you, like, Steve, that'd be the best like that when you pull up, Steve. That'd be the thing they call you by name.
No, they don't call me by name. I don't. No, usually not.
Nels in Montana on YouTube says, does Sip have his bag packed or not?
I do.
It's in the car?
Well,
It's in the rig?
the bag was packed before. It
That's
just
the
didn't
thing.
make
It
the
just
trip.
didn't make the
There's
truck,
the
right,
difference.
right.
It just didn't make the trip.
No, I have it in
Yeah.
the truck.
How do we ensure that you take the bag into your flight this time?
I mean, just talking about it like this.
Your last trip was the one where your last time.
To Texas.
Yes, to Texas was the last time.
Yeah, and it wasn't a huge inconvenience. The problem was I left my favorite pair of jeans behind on the way back too.
Yes.
I had a bad trip in terms of like luggage, you know. But everything else was good. I pack light, as you'd imagine.
I want to say something about an idle chit chat about
right.
college football. Then I want to just drop it.
About Jay Kaiser.
No, but
Jay Kaiser.
Jay Kaiser, which we talked about, probably the best running back to ever play at Pender.
He looks like an RB.
Yeah, he was slasher. But
High knees.
high knees. He was. It's kind of a combination. Walter Payton. You know, but you know what? He was Lydell Mitchell.
Lydell Mitchell.
That's exactly who he was. He was Lydell Mitchell. Anyway, about
He looked
football,
like him.
I want you to think about this because of the Sluka story from UNLV, which is just
Matthew Slukas.
which has taken over the world. Because of that, it's Friday, and to this date, which we will a little bit later, we have not even talked about Alabama playing Georgia.
No.
We don't even talk about current football at all. There was no talk. All it was talk. The talk was all about the realignment of the Pac-12 and the Mountain West and all those problems and Sluka. And not one word on this show was talked about, which we will a little bit later, about the Alabama is playing Georgia. And I did like my things we're going to talk about in Bill's the games this week. There's probably 20 that are incredible. 20 games. Usually the NFL, there's what? 4?
Yeah, about that.
4 games a weekend. That's like, now this is must see. That's it.
Is there any tonight by any chance?
There is. There's a guy.
There's 2 games tonight. 2 games. We'll get to it later. We'll get to it later. But there are 2 games.
We're going to go down on that. But anyway, we got sluked.
I know.
We got sluked.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, because
it's really unfortunate. You don't want this stuff to bleed into the season.
Yeah, because when people talk about like all the things, it's all jacked up, everything's ruined. Whether you turn that TV on and watch that and see what Tuscaloosa looks like.
Yes.
What would it look like in Michigan last weekend?
Well, I got a question for you along these lines. If you were a producer of ESPN College Game Day, how much would you let the Sluka story take over that show? Would you say we're not going to emphasize this today, or would you say we're going headlong into it?
I would go. I'd go with the first. I would say no.
We don't need to do this.
No. We're not. We've touched on this. This is about today.
Yeah.
Because generally the show is usually about. There's always some feature stories, right?
A couple they don't do
features.
those as much anymore. But yeah,
Tom Rinaldi's gone. He's gone.
Yeah, they don't do that as much.
Fox.
Yeah, Bill, they don't do.
Yeah,
and
he left like 2 years ago.
And the other guy, the other guy.
Rinaldi.
Yeah, the other guy's gone too, though. The older guy.
Wojciechowski.
No, one more.
Yeah.
The guy that used to cover golf too.
Gene Wojciechowski.
That is Wojciechowski.
Not Wojnarowski, but Wojciechowski.
He's retired.
Yes.
No, but anyway. So you're saying we're not done.
No, we're not doing this. This is not a story for today. The story of today is there's probably there's 20 games to talk about.
I agree with you on this.
20 games. Do not delve into.
Don't 15 minutes.
No, and talk about what this, and this. Which I did hear more stuff. Rittenberg this morning. I listened to his podcast.
What'd he say?
And he talked to the dad, and the dad was like 100% clear. He said, "I'll make it crystal clear. We never once went back in and said we're playing really well. We want 300,000." He said it was crystal clear that we were guaranteed 100. That's what it was. And on the visit, and we got nothing. And finally, they got on a conference call with the agent, the family, and Barry Odom. And Barry Odom said, "Absolutely not. We're not paying anything."
I mean, I'm still
whatever. I'm saying that's the story.
Yeah.
And but it was intriguing. And initially, he said, I still push. No matter what, this young man's probably not going to find himself in a situation where he's 3-0 and they're at a school to talk of what's going on. But I do understand where you would be somewhat upset that all you got was $3,000 of location when you were somewhat promised.
But didn't they come to an agreement where they'd get $3,000 a month now for 4 months?
So 12,000 of 100,000 though.
Yeah, 88,000 short.
But they also came back with, I thought, really good numbers too. They just said 10,000 for the rest of the year, which is 40. They're going to ask for 40 grand, 10,000 a year for the remainder. That's not much.
No, but
I don't think that's much.
I don't know. I just don't. I have a hard time. None of this mitigates what I think was a poor decision by the family. That's just my opinion.
You're saying play ball.
Yeah,
play ball.
Yeah. I mean, what are we quibbling over? Yeah. Then even when you say just 40, that makes it even more like really we're quibbling over $40,000. You don't want to play? It's $40,000 you're planting your flag over.
I mean, because if
you can buy a truck with that.
If they have a good year, and he's known as they're ranked for the first time ever, and he's Sluka is the quarterback. He's the guy in Vegas. He probably probably works pretty well. Who's coming in today? Who's working at Bellagio? It's Lucas here.
Yeah.
Yes, Lucas here. He works. He works in administration.
For sure.
I mean, so is right. Like you said, 40 grand.
Well, that's what we're planting our flag over.
That's not
really. I mean,
you can't even buy a new car.
Luca.
You can't buy a new car.
No, that's.
Oh, and by the way, the 40 grand it gets taxed.
Yeah.
So it's
stupid. But
anyway,
it's dumb.
the-
And I'm being judgmental and curious at the same
But
time.
the story is
Ted Lasso over here.
the story is very, very intriguing. But no, you wouldn't delve into it because, like I said, Alabama, Georgia has not been talked about on this show.
No, it hasn't. It doesn't seem like it's been
On my shows. I listen
Wow.
to other podcasts. It's been like if it's a 2-hour podcast, it's 45 minutes of the show is talked about that of
I
what's
hear
going
you.
on. So
It's
anyway,
unfortunate. It is unfortunate.
Come on, you ruined the weeks, Luca.
It's-
We talk Bama
yeah.
Georgia more.
And it's not even. I mean, it's just it's a very odd.
Selfish.
Do
Selfish.
you think it's selfish?
Well, we'll talk ball, not about people that are leaving. Come on.
I
Anything
think
else?
it is a little bit.
Yeah.
Or a lot. I mean, a lot probably. Very off-putting. Ben's here.
Yes.
Hello, Ben.
You want some Royals update on Idle
I
Chit Chat?
do.
The Royals won yesterday, 7-4. They swept the Nationals, and because the Twins are falling apart, worse than the Royals
The Twins are falling
the
apart.
Twins lost to the Marlins in extra innings. The Marlins have 100 losses. The Twins lost the series at home to the Marlins.
Oh God.
2 out of 3 games.
Oh,
They
God.
lose 8-6 in like 14 innings last night. So if the Royals win one more game
Okay.
or the Twins lose one more game, the Royals and the Tigers are both in the playoffs. There you go.
Royals in.
Because the Twins had an epic meltdown worse than the Royals had.
So the Royals
this
are
year.
basically in.
Basically.
but the Royals were still tied with the Tigers.
That's correct. So they'll
The
likely-
Tigers have won like 30 in a row.
they're on fire.
Oh, then he.
They're on
Yeah.
fire. Now the White Sox are trying to avoid becoming the worst overall team in the history of baseball. They're tied right now with the Mets. They just swept the Angels. The White Sox just swept the Angels. They won, I think, 7-0 yesterday. They
Mhm.
swept them.
Wow.
And they play at Detroit to close the season, trying to avoid being
Huh.
the worst team in the history of baseball. And they're on a 3-game win streak. Right?
There's
be darned.
intrigue.
There's
I like
intrigue
this.
there.
I'm not going to lie to you. I thought it was very intriguing to watch that to watch the highlights of the last game at Oakland.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oakland,
49,000
Logan's
people
done.
there,
Oh, really?
sold out.
Yeah.
49,000
It was
people.
a sad scene.
It was a sad scene.
So what's going on? Where are they going?
They're going to Vegas.
You're going to Vegas.
Just like the Raiders. So both
Now, it
Raiders
was cool
and
that
the
it was
A's are
sold
going to
out,
Vegas.
but you know, like the past 10 years, there'd be like 100 people there. So no one was going.
No,
Yes.
no, there was.
Nobody's going. Stadium need to be redone. Everything happened.
They still wear those iconic uniforms.
They do.
God.
Those are very, very good uniforms. Yes.
They
and
are.
good
They're-
call.
they're really-
Absolutely.
I mean, they are
The
really.
A's were the team.
They were.
Back when we were growing up, the A's were a factor.
Vita Blue, Gene Tennis,
Right.
Bert Campaneris. Who else?
How about this name? Who are you guys? We're the Oakland Athletics.
Oh.
How great is that? Who are you guys? We're
Catfish
the-
Hunter.
Catfish Hunter. Yes.
Who was it? Joe Rudy. Joe
Oh,
Rudy.
Rudy.
And
Yeah.
you're kind of like Joe Rudy, center fielder.
Yeah.
You were center fiilder.
No, second base. We've been
That's
over this.
right.
Yeah,
We covered
we're the,
that.
We're the
Parallel uniform.
Parallel.
Parallel lives.
75 miles apart.
I'm
75
surprised we
miles.
didn't play, but Columbus didn't go down to C2. I mean,
C1, very clear.
you guys like those A's uniforms. They are beautiful.
They are.
Regal, Bill, as you
Wow.
would say.
From YouTube, Eric says, I went to Oakland last Saturday and Sunday for 2 games. He loves the A's. He was
Oh,
in Oakland.
that's
Eric on YouTube was at the A's games.
Ooh,
better
hey,
times.
Hey, from the desk of John Mabry.
Oh,
From the desk of John Mabry, the former sports editor of the Lincoln Journal,
Lincoln
Star,
Journal Star.
and one of the best you'll ever find
you've
anywhere.
said it every time to me.
Is he
You
got a
said,
correction for us?
Mayberry was the best at his business.
He worked when it was at its pinnacle at the Journal Star, the
Yeah.
sports section. And then there's very good sports editors subsequent and before him, but John was really good. Bless Jake
Uh-oh.
for the baseball talk.
Oh, well, he's a Cardinals man, though.
He's a
John
baseball
Mabry
man,
is.
too.
Yeah.
He's a baseball man.
The
We're a
Royals
baseball show now.
Well, Bill likes
Apparently so.
baseball. He likes baseball.
just doesn't want to go to the World Series in Game 7 at Haymarket Park, though, where it's dropped off.
He likes
at
to
the
watch in
pitcher's
his garage.
mound.
All I care about now is teams that I want teams to
Yes.
win that's where it's cold. That's all I care about because I love watching games when it's like 36 degrees.
It's kinda cool.
It's cool when the Yankees are playing at night
Uh-huh.
and it's like
You got
36 degrees.
Cleveland's in the playoffs.
Yeah.
It's colder. The Yankees are in.
And you can see the breath.
See
It's
Yeah,
cold
yeah.
in KC
Yeah.
also.
Those guys are badass.
Yeah. And
Think
so,
about
so when that's
Detroit.
when they go out there and they show them like that, and it's like I love that.
How about 99 hitting a 99-mile fastball in 32 degree weather?
that hurts the hand a little bit. That hurts a little bit.
So when
Dude,
it-
I mean, that's a
so-
serious.
yeah.
You're a serious dude.
So all
at
I
that
care
point.
now because I want to see that Astros game. No, I don't. No, I don't. I want to see weather. I want to see cold weather. I want to see people in the stands frozen.
Show me some real baseball
Yeah.
here.
I want to see that dome Toronto Blue Jays team. I don't mind. I mean, I like the Toronto Blue Jays because they play the what we play when we win on the rare occasions that we win. Our game show. Yeah. That's where I got the ideas of Blue Jays.
He did back in like 2015 or 16.
Because I was watching the game and when they hit a home run, they blow that thing. It's super cool.
Which is very cool.
Remember the old AstroTurf in that place?
Yeah.
Oh God, it was a thing of beauty. How about the Twins when they had the baggies out there? The baggie for the fence. Remember that?
Like, what was that all about?
It was a baggie. It was
stupid.
It was like something made.
Whose idea was that?
It's like something from. What are we gonna do? I don't know. Get hold of Home Depot and set up a wall.
Set up a plastic. That entire look was it looked so stupid. The whole stadium looked dumb.
Yeah,
the bag in right field.
It's incredible.
Come on.
And the best part was it wasn't for a season.
No, it was all the time.
It's the whole time.
Many years.
10 years of it.
Yep.
Yep. And then all of a sudden,
that's our thing.
Also, hang on, no game today. A bunch of stuff flew off the roof. A bunch of tiles.
Just bag it up.
Bag it up. Just got baggies out here. Just throw it in there.
Wow.
They'd always somebody come to work like that. Oh man, there's snow coming in.
That is idle chit chat.
That's really idle.
The
The chat.
at Renew. Call or text David at 402-833-3858 or go to renewyourauto.com. Everything from body shop, ceramic coatings, window tinting, and more. Renewyourauto.com. We have to do a quick roll call here on a Friday.
The call.
I know we're a little late to that. But SIP's going on a plane here in less than 2 hours. We got to let people, are you listening to the show? Where are you listening from before SIP rolls out of here? 464-5685. Your name, your age, where listening from, and what else today, Bill?
Will the Royals win a playoff game?
That's a good one.
This is yes or no. Simple yes or no.
Just say
Will
yes
the
or no.
Royals win a playoff game?
Of course they will.
464-5685. To the roll call, sponsored by our friends at Madsen's Bowling and Billiards. Sarah, the spirit animal.
The spirit animal. She's just go see her today. There'll be billiards playing. Your brother-in-law will be there, correct?
Mhm.
We'll be shooting sticks.
Ron.
Yes.
Ron will be there with Bernard. His name is Erwin Sweeney, but he goes by Bernard. He does.
How cool would that be?
Yeah, he goes by Bernard Sweeney.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. All right,
Yeah.
from the roll call here.
Jake, it's your interest.
Wink in
really
KC, cool. Dustin in Lake Alfred, Florida. GP in Gretna with us. Paul in Dodge City, age 26. Jay in Winter Park, Florida.
26.
Jay in Winter Park, Florida says yes, they will win a game. GBR, by the way.
Anybody from Lincoln listening?
Eric
today?
and Hickman, close by.
That's
56
close.
years old.
We'll count that.
Jackson in Valparaiso, close to Lincoln.
I love
He says,
Valpo.
yes, age 29, by the way. Reed in Des Moines says yes, they'll win a playoff game. Chris in Fremont says never again will they win a playoff game.
Oh,
ever?
oh,
Is that
wow.
ever?
Hmm.
Ever?
Hmm.
Must be a Cardinals
Splittorf would
fan.
not agree.
Cardinals fan.
Yeah. Dylan and Carney
Splittorf.
says yes, age 40. Sean and Eagle, age 61. No, they will not win a playoff game.
All
Joel,
right.
Wisconsin, age 55. Yes, they'll win a playoff game. Chet in Nebraska City says, I don't care. I hate MLB. Age 31, though.
I don't argue with him too.
Oh.
I'm someone on board with you. Someone on board.
You've started to have some interest, though.
Well, I have interest in better times, like
You do.
seeing the Oakland Athletics in their regal uniform.
And Fidrich.
Yes,
How can you lose those?
Mark the
uniforms?
Bird.
Those, yeah, it's an incredible look. Robert in Bixby, Oklahoma, age 48. Yes, Royals win a playoff game. Corey at Duncan, that's in Lincoln,
Yeah.
Duncan Aviation,
Mhm.
age 54. Yes, they will win a playoff
I
game.
love it. These guys, all these ages.
Lance in York today. Yes, Royals will win it all.
Oh, wow.
They'll be the World Series champs, says
Wow.
Lance. Not just one game, all of the games.
Wow.
I'm telling you right now, Royals win it all. I'm interested.
Okay.
If they get in the World Series, you have a very interested person.
Okay,
right
you're gonna kill me.
Will you
for
go
that.
to KC?
Would I go? I would go.
Wow.
Yeah, I would go. I would ride down with Jake Sorensen.
We would. Yeah, we'd go.
What
you
if the three of us went live remote,
Oh God.
We'd make Cisco.
Kauffman Stadium?
Would they let us go?
Yes,
If they
we could
would.
talk to some
We'd get
people.
George Brett. I'll call George Brett. Or maybe it's
Yeah, that'd be
impossible to get his number, Ben.
Can't find the Schwann's
Stop.
fan in Lincoln,
Stop,
apparently.
guys.
Doesn't exist.
Yeah. I'll call.
Jeff from Farrell's is watching from Baltimore right now. He's going to Ravens Bills on Sunday night.
You're kidding.
I saw that.
That's pretty cool.
Jeff Essing. Yeah,
Jeff Essick, yes, from
Yes.
Farrell's.
Yes, from Farrell's.
Is
He's
there a
in
connection?
Baltimore right now.
Is he a Baltimore fan?
His son is a big Orioles fan, so he must be a Ravens fan too.
How old's his son?
I think he's 18,
I'll be
high
darned.
school, I believe. Andrew in Golden, age 41. Yes, he's in Colorado. They're going to win a playoff game.
Golden.
Jordan from Wilbur is right now at Planet Fitness. Maybe he's at your Planet Fitness.
Oh, interesting.
He says
Get a spot.
He says that they're going to win a playoff game. The Royals will. Turkey Sub in Lincoln doesn't say anything about playoffs. He says, I'm here. age 33.
I love these. I love the young breakers. Build breaker now. Try to get somebody else on board today.
Right. Gosh, I mean, to really do that. I'm serious.
Connor at Kawasaki says, I have them losing in the ALDS, but winning a playoff game.
He's got a bracket.
Yeah, he's got him in a bracket already. All right, this is incredible.
Bill and Bennett, age 59, yes, Royals will win a playoff game. Brian in Johnston, Iowa, age 43, Royals will win the wild card round, but lose in the ALDS, as we just heard.
We're okay with that.
I wonder where Johnston is.
Johnston, Iowa?
Yeah.
Yeah, where's that at? Someone help us out. Where's John? Help us out, Texter. Where's that at?
Is he anywhere near Arnold's Park?
Ooh, Okoboji.
Yeah. Is that Okoboji?
Yeah.
No, that's where Arnold's Park is at. I don't know where Johnston's at. Chris in Des Moines, age 27 with us. Ethan in Broken Bow. Jared in Ord. Duncan Doug in Harrison, Idaho. No win. He says, will I see a bear on my morning walk, though? Probably so.
Whoa, that'd scare me.
In Harrison, Idaho.
If I'm out for a walk just today, and all of a sudden I see a bear, I'm just going to say it concerns me.
Well, big time.
Big time.
But
That's going to be one time it's going to concern you.
Probably keep me from going on a walk, actually.
Yeah. There's a chance of a bear.
Austin is listening to us from Toronto right now.
Oh, God bless him.
30. And it says the Royals will win a playoff game.
He's from Canada, eh?
There's breakers all over the place.
Canadians on the board today.
We got him in Toronto?
Yep, that's Austin.
Yeah. What's the temperature, Austin? Let us know.
Yep, Austin, what's the temp? Please let us know how cold or warm is it in
have
Toronto.
We had a freezing temperature yet in Canada?
Colby in Kansas City says, of course the Royals win a playoff game. I'm here in KC.
Nice.
Wink says yes. Scott in Phoenix says yes, they will win a playoff game. A lot of yeses on the playoffs for the Royals.
If they're in the World Series, does Taylor Swift go to a game? Does her and Kelsey
Does
head
she have
over
an attachment to the Royals?
Well, does Kelsey go from, hey, let's just walk over, because it's literally walking distance from stadium to stadium.
Yeah, that might be a little beneath her.
I don't know.
Yeah, she might go to a Yankees game. But
Royals.
Who are these Royals? I don't know.
Laverne,
I guess no.
Laverne in Iwa Beach, Hawaii is with us right now.
The 808.
So we had Toronto and Hawaii back-to-back texts. Lou is age 79 in Orlando. Is anybody older than 79 listening and can text?
Is anybody older than Lou? Is there anyone still alive? We're amazed Lou's still with us.
Well, anybody
We're amazed that Lou is
past
still with us
79.
at 79. Is there anyone else that's still alive?
I'm just saying, is anybody texting post 79 years old?
Jay.
Lou,
sensitivity was lacking.
I'd like to see somebody in their
is there
80s.
anybody here? We feel Lou's the oldest alive, the oldest living person that we know is Lou.
I'd like to
at age
see
79.
I'd like to see an 80-year-old plus texting.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I want to see the text.
You're just digging yourself
No, I'm
deeper.
not. No, I'm not.
Is there anybody here who's on the tail end of things?
Gary.
I'd just like to see an 80-year-old be able to pick up a phone.
Yeah. Are you able to get to the bathroom by yourself?
Jeff Home Care.
What are we doing, Jay?
I didn't say it like that. I want to see an 80-year-old text.
Do you need somebody to run to the pharmacy for you? We can arrange it.
Do you have one of those?
No.
I've fallen. I can't
Do you
get
need
up.
companionship?
Tinder.
There's old people Tinder.
Yeah.
Brad in Muscatine, Iowa. Kodiak
Questionable behavior.
Johnston is a suburb of Des Moines. Thank you from Jeff.
Oh, it
from
is.
Farrell's
Nice.
saying that.
Okay. Yeah.
Bruce in Kansas, Ellie in Ashland, Jesse in Milford, Jason and Anthony, Ryan in Delaware. Thank you for chiming in on the roll call.
Just with inappropriate
That
comments.
was not an age.
Ageism.
My dad listens every day. He's
But
89
does he
and a half.
text, though?
He texts.
I'd like to see a text from Ron on the text or to
Well,
you.
you can't do that because Ron YouTube's a little bit later.
That's true.
Ron's not up yet.
Oh, speaking of YouTube, I don't want to forget YouTube.
Yeah,
We
please
do have
is
YouTube.
Bolt out there?
Trent, we've got BWD, we've got Greg in Sioux Falls on YouTube. We've got Dustin in Fayetteville, Arkansas.
Wow.
Jim Bolt is on YouTube. Genghis on YouTube. Genghis Corn.
Genghis Corn.
Amy in Fall City listening in. Maybe she's in Indian Cave right now, possibly down there.
I wonder if she went to Sacred Heart.
Doug Thomas on YouTube. Kevin. Travis in Des Moines. We've got Jeremiah right now in the hurricane in South Carolina.
Jeremiah Tripp?
Okay.
It's not Tripp. Tripp's in Lincoln at this point.
This
Ben-
hurricane's real. We haven't even covered that either.
Yeah, thank you for. And there's a lot of
Because
people
it's
that texted me yesterday wondering about Marty. People I don't know asked me about Marty.
I thought he'd been in an
Derek
accident.
and Carney.
Yeah.
Somebody texted in a group text with ours like that. Is Marty okay? I'm like, oh my God, he's been in an accident. I didn't even know it.
No, is your brother okay? And I have two, so I thought, oh, what happened? I don't know about this, but it was about the hurricane.
Yes.
Marty and his family and I think his entire family are in Dallas, actually.
Did they leave? Did they leave?
What? Well, they didn't. They had a pre-planned trip
Okay,
because Bill, why? You're a college football person. Because FSU is playing SMU.
Well, it's gonna be an incredible game.
Yeah, so
Trying to avoid
they had a pre-planned trip to Dallas, so they're all in Dallas. But it looks like the major hurricane stuff avoided Tallahassee, so no problem.
Thank you for the update there.
It kind of whipped in more across Alabama, right? Is that
Unclear to me.
Unclear. It's up into Atlanta.
Yeah, Atlanta's going to get hit hard today.
Is it?
I talked to my
Or
friends.
is it just
Atlanta.
rain? Isn't it just a Cat 1 now?
Yeah, but still it's significant rainfall.
70-mile-an-hour winds in Atlanta, and they're going to expect somewhere around 15 inches of rain.
Oh God!
It's a lot of
God!
rain. That's a lot of rain.
Not
That's
great.
debilitating.
Not great. Steven in Spokane, by the way, on YouTube too. So there we go.
Okay.
That is the roll call.
All over the place.
Sponsored by Madsen's Bowling and Billiards. 464-5685. Texas, call us. Okay, Nebraska does play a game tomorrow, which you're flying out to shortly, too. Nebraska plays at Purdue, 11 a.m. on Peacock. Not a normal TV, but
The
Peacock.
P.
Just the
Yes.
Peacock.
The P.
Now, Nebraska is a sizable favorite for the second straight week. Lost to Illinois last week at home. How do fans feel right now following that game going into Purdue? What's been your read on the fan base this week, Sip? From what you and Beatrice yesterday speaking to the people, my people.
A little nervous, I'd say. I mean,
are you nervous?
Bill's got me kind of convinced, and I really looked into the matchup more yesterday. They can't throw it. I mean, their best receivers hurt, their best outside guys hurt. Hudson Card just completed in back-to-back weeks like 42% of his passes and 48% of his passes. They don't really have think about Nebraska's receiving core last year. That's kind of what Purdue's got this year. I mean, the only concern is if they can just if they're just going to say we're just going to run it, and then they have success. I just don't know if you can have success in a run game if Nebraska can devote a lot of attention to it because they can't pass.
You just go by what's on film. It's not even remotely close. It just isn't. So we can't. It's yes, crazy things happen all the time.
Right.
So I'm never saying that it's 100% can't happen. No, crazy things happen. But what it says on film, I mean, it's horrendous football.
It's bad. No, it's bad.
It's bad football.
Tom Dienhart joined us on another show, and Dienhart's, Dienhart, he's our age. He's been covering college football for a long time, and he has painted a bleak portrait. Sean asked him, "What's the temperature of the Purdue fan base right now?" And he said, "You need a rectal thermometer."
Oh. Bill was drinking coffee.
That's one of the best responses I've ever heard.
All right, Tom.
You need a rectal thermometer.
It's not inappropriate.
No. And at 11 o'clock kick for warm-ups, there'll be no one there except there'll be some Nebraska fans. But they'll be like at 10 o'clock and when players start coming out onto the field, there'll be no one there.
Yeah. Basically.
Yeah, there'll be nobody there. And they went from winning the first game to like, all right, bye week, we're going to play Notre Dame. Place is sold out. And the place, they scored 56 in the first half.
And Dienhart said the Oregon State game was worse than the score looked.
Really?
Yeah. He said it wasn't. He said it's bad. It was bad. And I mean, I don't know. I think you're right that the
I'm
portrait,
shocked at the points. What is like 10?
9?
9?
Yeah. The portrait that Dienhart lays out would suggest that Walters would be in trouble. I mean, he's got a $9 million buyout. That's all it is.
That's it.
Yeah. I mean, you could afford that. You could pay it.
Nebraska's a 10-point favorite as of this moment. 10 points, Nebraska.
It's
10 on the road.
And you can't do a lot more. I get that. If it's not, there's I talked to a man we were walking. I'm walking Sugar. He's walking his dog. And he always yells across me that like that. Give me what do you think about this week? And so far he goes, you've been spot on for each one so far. And I told him, I said, it'll be, I think I told him 39-12. Somehow they might be able to squeeze out a touchdown and 2 field goals, something like that.
39-12. That sounds about right.
Yeah.
A comfortable win would be very nice. It'd be very nice for Nebraska to go to the Purdue and not have to sweat that thing out in the fourth quarter.
I will say this.
It's been a problem.
Nebraska always draws some eyes, but other than that, it won't draw much. It's on Peacock, and it'll be Nebraska fans kind of only. Where last week there was a ton of discussion about the Illinois-Nebraska game after it was over because everyone watched it on Friday night.
Yeah, 5 million. It peaked at 5 million. Yeah. It was 4.2 was the number, but it peaked at 5 million in the fourth quarter. Purdue, now, interestingly, it is a sold out stadium. Technically, they say it's sold out because homecoming. It won't be though.
11 a.m. homecoming game.
Yeah, it's sold out. It is.
Who's ever done a homecoming game at 11 a.m., Bill?
Well, you don't know when you don't know the time slot when you book
that's terrible. Homecoming's supposed to be 2:30 or like 6 p.m.
I mean, Big Ten homecoming's
gosh.
a big deal. It seems like in the Big Ten. I mean, more than any conference I've seen. But anyway, I doubt it'll be sold out. I mean,
there'll be nobody there.
I mean, I should watch what I say. It is sold out, but I doubt it will be. It'll resemble a sellout.
I just can't imagine like the day all the students going, we got to do this, man. Nope. Zero interest.
Day to wake up.
No, let's just stay out till 4 a.m. We'll if the game's tied at halftime, we'll head over to the stadium.
It would just be the only thing that would concern you is if Maccabee and Reggie Love are getting some 4 and 5 yards on first down, and you're like, what is going on? You know, that's the thing. I'll watch the first few series. Are they moving? Can they run it on Nebraska? Maccabee, I do respect him. I don't, Reggie Love's fine.
Northern Iowa's the better team than Purdue.
They are.
They're a better team than Purdue.
Wow.
And they will. He will not survive this. There's no chance he survives this. I don't see where the
Okay, the one exercise you could do is look at Purdue's schedule.
Jake, is that possible?
I have never seen a harder schedule than Purdue's. I don't think I've ever seen a harder schedule.
Well, let's check it out.
Think about that. In game 2, they played Notre Dame.
Their non-conference was Oregon State at Oregon State and Notre Dame. And then look at their conference.
So they'll play Nebraska tomorrow. Then they will head to Wisconsin. That's winnable. At Camp Randall. Then they're at Illinois.
Yeah.
Then they're home against Oregon. Then they're home against Northwestern. Then they're at Ohio State. Home against Penn State. At Michigan State. At Indiana.
Yeah, they're 2-10 at best.
At best.
Yeah.
If they play ridiculous from here on out, they get to 3.
Yeah.
If you play, because you're saying they're going to beat Northwestern and Wisconsin to get to 3.
No, I'm saying they're going to beat Northwestern, not Wisconsin. They're not going to beat Wisconsin.
No, on the road, probably not.
No, I don't think they can beat Northwestern.
That would be the most likely. Yeah, he's in trouble. He knows it too. He knows the schedule. Yeah. I mean,
and I don't fault him for losing to Oregon. I don't fault
Oregon State. I don't either.
No, but I'm saying they play Oregon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I do fault them to lose
and
to
Ohio State. Yeah.
I do.
So they play Oregon, Ohio State, and Penn State.
Yeah.
Correct. That's rough. And they play Notre Dame.
Talk in this room if that was Nebraska's schedule. If you had those 3
we wouldn't
teams,
be very happy.
You'd be like, whoa.
Right.
That's a lot going on.
Yeah.
We're on a time crunch because Sip's got to get out of here. But before we got to get Agent Grace, please. So hang on. Before we get to break, we got to give a plug because Sip's, I know you just wolfed the sandwich, but you're probably still hungry, Sip, for maybe Early Bird.
I'm unhealthy.
Which will be there next Tuesday, by the way, 6 to 8 a.m. Early Bird, 19th and K. Breakfast burritos, chicken fried steak, which is
Jake. What is their chicken fried steak?
It's smothered.
Oh, there it was.
There it was. He cut it a little short.
I did.
He cut it a little short.
That was
and I don't know what that. I don't know why. We're just gonna do it again. Jake, they have chicken fried steak. What is it?
Smothered.
There you go. Thank you. Some reason Jake pushes back on it.
Variety of pancakes and of course the world famous hash holes.
Hash holes. Ooh.
You see what that sandwich in your throat, don't you?
No, I just have a bad voice.
No, stop that.
I stopped in yesterday to see a friend of mine, which you would know, George Darlington's son, David. And I was talking about
at the wedding.
At the wedding.
Yes, I talked to him at the wedding.
Yeah, we stopped. So me and Laura stopped in to see him yesterday. And we're walking into his office right there. And all of a sudden we get the hash hole. I mean, from across the whole, like 30 people could hear it. It's incredible.
19th K, check it out. Also, our remote there, 6 to 8 a.m. on Tuesday. Please stop by. Jamie Burrow will be in the building. Also, when we come back, Agent Gracefully and then Sip will depart to West Lafayette. Next, an early break in the ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
NEPCO is hiring CDL drivers for Ready Mixed Concrete, Husker Concrete, and Beatrice Concrete. NEPCO offers great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they pay for CDL training. Apply today and start your new career with a $2,500 hiring bonus. From NEPCO's beginning in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between, we'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Gary with Gary Michaels Clothiers Lincoln. I'm here to tell you about our custom shirt program. When you come into the store, we measure your chest, mid-waist, and sleeve length. Enter the measurements in an app, and we create your data fit size. You then try on one of our 99 data fit shirts for the proper fit. After that, pick out the fabric, collar, cuff, placket, and in roughly 2 weeks, your shirts are delivered at the same cost of buying off the rack. And by the way, the neck fits too. Gary Michaels Custom Shirts at 56th and Pine Lake Road, Lincoln.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in September. Try their brand new caramel apple butter cream cheese or apple coffee cake muffins through their new partnership with local apple orchard Picnic Hill. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we strive to provide you with the right coverages for all your insurance needs by taking the time to meet with you and review what coverages best fit your needs. So whether you're in the market for home, auto, farm, business, life, or a combination of any of these coverages, we can help with making sure you, your family, or your business have the right coverage based on your individual needs. If you would like to review your insurance needs, please contact Ben Spurt with Farm Bureau Financial Services at 402-217-9945 or through email at ben.spurt@fbfs.com.
It's the fall sports season, and that means that the school year is back in session and you're planning road trips for Nebraska football games and following your kids around to their different events. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home so you don't have to worry about your current car struggling through another season. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Lake and find your next ride. As your fall schedule gets busy, you'll need a reliable way to get to your destinations. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
Hey, it's Jake Sorensen. Join us this Tuesday, October 1st from 6 to 8 a.m. when the break meets the bird. That's right. Early break at Early Bird, 19th and K from 6 to 8 a.m. Stop by, see myself, Steve Sipple, and Bill Busch for live remote and the best breakfast in town with free parking. Early Bird, 19th and K on Tuesday, October 1st. We'll see you there.
This
I'm not on drugs. I'm not drunk.
is Early Break. Weekday mornings from 6 to 8 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This would normally be FSPs. That's next thing because SIP has to get to the airport. So we're before that. This segment is sponsored by Beck's Hybrids. Farmers, we know that volume discounts are a major factor in ordering seed. Oftentimes, discounts are lost buying from multiple brands, but Beck's has the most diverse lineup in the marketplace. Go to Beck'sHybrids.com for a full farm quote. And always remember the 3 F's: faith, family, and farming at Beck's Hybrids.
We got to get rolling with Steve here, but just remember, Steve, to meet Sonny tomorrow. He'll be right to the right of you in the press box.
Do you know that?
Yes, I do. Yes, Sonny. Yes.
And Trevor's flying.
Trevor's flying them because he took lessons all summer.
Yeah. And you know Sonny's going to be there.
Yes, 100.
Okay, I'll wear a collar shirt then for sure.
Don't be scared when you talk to him. He's a legend. He's a legend.
Is Ben going? Is Ben going to do the
Ben
radio?
is not going.
I don't think
Who's doing the radio for the students?
He works for the Daily Nebraskan newspaper.
Josh did it.
Josh did radio.
Yeah, Josh did. But
I don't think Josh wrote
do you do radio, Benito? Oh, he does do.
He's laughing at Bill over here. Ben's not going to West Lafayette.
Interesting.
It is time for Aging Gracefully, sponsored by our friends at Treads Central Tire Pros, the Tire Palace, just south of Cortland on Highway 77. Go see Ron Preston, the squad down there, or yournexttire.com.
This is not, it's not profound, but I am thinking about aging gracefully, and there's different ways to do it, obviously. And I think that one way, and you've probably noticed this, but you don't think about it enough. Small gestures and compliments can go a long way toward helping a person's day.
I'm 100.
Just anything.
Preach.
Just it could be for me. And what I would say to people is try to be somewhat creative. I mean, I hear a lot, Steve, you're really ruggedly handsome.
All the time.
But be creative. Be a little more like, say, you might say something like, are you a personal trainer? Or do you personal train somebody?
I don't know if that works, but go ahead.
That would be a compliment, right? Or are you a model? Do you model?
That was one of my plus. So how long have you been modeling?
See, that would be better.
Then I was like, well, no, I don't model. Oh, I just assumed. I'm sorry.
So small compliments, like to Jake, you might say, you actually kind of look better with the receding hairline, rapidly receding hairline.
This is taking a turn that I don't even know what this is.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It
helps me out. Just compliments. Small compliments.
Yeah. Ben, your 10 pounds of hair looks great on top of your head. Yes.
Or I might say to Bill something along the lines of I texted, like, you're pretty athletic. Could you outrun most of the C2 line?
I don't know what this is.
Do you have one for Sip? You want to fire back, Bill?
Well, we already did that. The handsome thing, it gets out of control. I've been hearing this since I was 13. I mean, that's when I kind of hit manhood. All right.
Can you call us when you start to do this section next time? I think we could help in some way. I don't think you're ready to do stuff on your own.
I'm aging gracefully.
Yeah.
Small gestures, small compliments, gestures, and serious gesture now. I was really, we had new neighbors, and I got them a cake at Russ's, like a little round cake. And I was really self-conscious about it. You know, I thought, I think a Snicker. But there was it was Candy and Leo. That's not their real names. Yeah. They're Mexicans. I can't pronounce their names, so they just said, call us Leo and Candy.
Okay.
Their names are hard to pronounce. And I was really self-conscious about it. And then the next day, this is a small gesture, but it meant a lot to me. So I gave it to him on a day. And then the next day, I was talking to Candy in the driveway. And Leo came roaring out of the door, eating a piece of cake. Yeah. And I know he did it on purpose, just to say, thank you for the cake. He didn't say thank you for the cake, but he was just mowing it. So but that's Leo. That told me all I needed to know about Leo. He did that on purpose, 100%, as a way to say, we're eating this cake.
Thanks to Leo for that.
And I also
Did you think through this on the drive this morning?
Bill, he's an expert at aging gracefully. Don't forget, an expert over here.
I also gave the tomatoes that David gave us to them because he makes salsa. So I said,
David's listening. He'll say thank you for that.
I got some tomatoes.
David, those tomatoes were incredible. Yes.
So small gestures. Here's another small gesture. I'll give you an example. This has never happened to me until the other day at Russ's. I was so taken by this, and I'll never go anywhere but Russ's. I got some stuff, and I was asking you about Ajax. And I got some Ajax, and she wrapped it individually. And she said, well, one time the Ajax spilled all over my groceries and it ruined all the groceries. I said, that's amazing. That's an amazing service.
It is.
Yes, but I'll remember it the rest of my life that she wrapped that Ajax. Small gestures mean a lot. But just try.
That's aging gracefully.
Breakers, we're gonna try to do better.
Just try to come
He's
up
got
with
the airplane on his mind right now.
Jake, you look great with the receding hairline.
Thank you. I feel great
You
about
actually
that.
look better with the receding.
Receding hairline.
Just try the small gestures. Does that make you feel good?
I feel actually really good over here.
The rest of the day, you'll feel better.
I feel awesome. I put a hat on next day.
I have a receding hairline too.
Yeah, you're
No, you
almost
don't.
60 though.
Sit. Put on a cap.
Bill. He
Is that-
made a motion.
Put on a cap.
Well, we know we gotta get to the airport.
Yeah,
so-
that
On
was aging gracefully.
on
Who's
that
it
note,
sponsored by? For
Tread Central Tire Pros.
we'll have a new sponsor next week.
Ron Preston, he's in the Lions Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
in the Lions Hall of Fame for world
The
class.
Tire Palace just south of Cortland and Highway 77.
You guys are incredible.
And have a safe flight.
God bless you.
Please let us
Yeah,
know.
bless you all.
I tell you one thing, you coming in here meant a lot. That was great.
Well, thank you.
You didn't have to
Seriously,
do
that's
that.
it.
You did not have to do that. Thank you.
bless
Let
you.
us know when you board and when you depart. Would
Yes,
you?
and he'll be
And
on
when you
United Airlines headed to what? Chicago?
Yeah. Then
Yeah.
Indy.
Then Indy.
And we're eating at Prime 47 tonight. I can't afford it.
That's on Sean. It's on
Right.
Sean's dime tonight.
The chicken, I guess there's a half breasted chicken you can get for $55. Getting a half breast.
Well,
Half a breast of chicken. Any sides? No, that's all a cart. That's all a cart.
Heavily salted. All right.
Okay, Sip. See you later.
See you
See you Monday. FSPs and Song of the Day next on Early Break in the Ticket. Yeah.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio, video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Stevens & Smith Construction is a full-service, employee-owned concrete company that specializes in residential and commercial foundations and flat work. They've been a leader in the concrete industry since 1971, with nearly 250 employees combining from more than 2,000 years of service. With locations in Lincoln, Omaha, and Kansas City, they're united in quality, integrity, and professionalism to create excellence in construction. Learn more today at stevensandsmith.com. Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread Central Tire Pros just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
Ryan, with all this red and all these people around, I'm still not seeing the tailgate.
Todd Spidell, former body shop owner, terrible driver.
We're getting close. Now, did you know with 3 locations in Lincoln and hundreds of years of combined technician experience, we can get Husker fans back on the road even quicker and safer after their tailgate mishaps? Oh, Todd, turn left right here.
Left or right?
Left, right here.
Right?
Well, you wait for the tow truck. I'm getting a hot dog.
Well, I guess while I'm waiting. All right, most recommended Eustace Body Shop. Woohoo!
Dude, you should be on American Idol.
You really think so?
No.
Accidents happen, even to Husker fans. If it happens to you, call Eustace Body Shop, where our customers send their friends.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Midwest Bank is proud to be your local community bank right here in Lincoln. This is Kim with Midwest Bank. We know there is more to your business than numbers and spreadsheets. For us at Midwest Bank, the people who make up a business matter most. We believe in getting to know you and your business and providing customized banking solutions that help protect your business and help it grow. Schedule a free consultation with us today. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Learn more at midwest.bank. Member FDIC.
Hey farmers, wouldn't it be nice if you could cut your herbicide cost by up to 85%? Now you can with Green Eye technology for your sprayer. Green Eye's system integrates seamlessly with your current sprayer and works by identifying and spraying only the weeds. Reduce the threat of herbicide resistance, be environmentally friendly, and save a ton of money. Oh, and there's no acres fee. This is the precision spraying solution you've been waiting for. Contact Boyk Farmers Outfitters to get set up with Green Eye or check them out at BOECK
General Fire and Safety has been keeping Lincoln businesses and commercial structures safe for more than 50 years. From a simple fire extinguisher to full fire suppression systems, Lincoln has trusted General Fire and Safety to provide top-of-the-line products, installation, and maintenance. If you're starting a new business in a brand new building, call on General Fire and Safety to help you plan a fire safety system that fits the specific needs of your business, employees, and customers. Call General Fire and Safety today at 402-261-0116.
A fall aeration by Judson Irrigation will help maintain your lawn by maximizing the effectiveness of your watering and fertilization. Judson will flag the locations of your sprinkler heads, followed by a deep core aeration to give your lawn the breath of fresh air it needs. Schedule your aeration today. Your lawn will love you for it.
Let us aerate today to ensure a healthy head start for your lawn next spring. Go to judsonirrigation.com or call Judson Bylene 402-420-6277.
Are you worried about storm damage causing issues with your basement? F Foundation Repair fixes basements with supreme waterproofing and exact concrete leveling for residential or commercial clients. They service wet basements, leaky walls, damp crawl spaces, bowing or cracked bricks or drywall, and more. Whether you're in Southeast Nebraska, the Tri-Cities area, or Northeast Kansas, they'll easily make the trip to you. Get a free evaluation today by visiting WeFixBasements.com or call 402-804-1024. At Foundation Repair, we fix basements.
Davis Plumbing is a locally owned company specializing in a wide range of plumbing services for both commercial and residential customers. Davis Plumbing has been in business for over 15 years and has a team of experienced plumbers ready to help you with any project, big or small. Customer satisfaction and peace of mind is their number one priority. So for any commercial or residential project, give Davis Plumbing a call today at 402-525-6922. Davis Plumbing, locally owned and operated for over 15 years.
Whether you like fishing together or fishing to get away, for the thrill of reeling in a big one, or just going out to have a good time, on the banks of your local pond, at a bend in a river, or on one of our many lakes and reservoirs, you'll always find the perfect place to cast a line, here, beneath Nebraska skies. Start planning your next fishing adventure today at letsfishnebraska.com. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. You love to bash his sports takes.
Now, will you feel like an idiot if you're
No,
a big tough?
never feel like an
if
idiot.
you're a big tough guy this morning,
But you really love to voice your displeasure for his music choices.
stumbled on an issue that I did not think would generate this much passion and discussion.
It's time for Jake's questionable song of the day on Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Once again, your song of the day, a tribute to kind of Trevor. In fact, learning to fly. Sip's flying today. Learn to fly.
Learn to fly. I was the whole song. All I could think about was Trevor.
See, I'm thinking about Trevor. Foo Fighters from 1999, 464-5685. 1 is bad, 10 is good. Text your rating on the Sartor Heyman Jewelers song of the day. Bill.
What a great name of a band, the Foo Fighters. That's incredible. The song is awful. It's a 1. It's a 1. Yeah, I wouldn't.
Do you like the Foo Fighters, though, in general?
Not really, not a lot. But I don't hate them. No, but just the name of the band is incredible. The song is a 1. I would turn it off every time. 0 interest in it. Disappointed, Jake.
I had a good week, though.
But you had a Friday. And it's usually Friday. We want to kind of bring it a little bit.
I think that's, some people like that
There
song.
might be some people. I'd like to know who they are because my friend list is not going to hit that one.
You're giving it a 1. I'm going to tell you right now, Sip loves the Foo Fighters. I bet if he was still here for the song, he'd give that at least a 7.5.
That was that. Yeah, it's a 1. I would never listen. I wouldn't. Yeah, it was horrific. Yeah, it was horrible. I think Ben will maybe give it a 6 because it's kind of newer and stuff and kind of like that.
5.7.
5.7.
5.7 from Ben. Let's see what we got from breaks before we get to FSPs. From YouTube first, we go there. Genghis, 7.3. David the Mouse from Omaha, 8.4. Conservative Husker, 5.2. Bald Booktuber, 8.5. Foo Fighters rule.
Wow, I'm way off on this.
Josh, 8.5. Dustin, 8.7. To the text line now. Before we get to FSPs, John, 9.5. Bill and Bennett, 6.9. Sandmaster, 4.2, getting down to your level there. Henry says 7. 9.7. Banger from LB and Minden. High score so far. Scooter and Roca, 9.5. Gavin and Pender, 8.9.
Gavin, that concerns me.
Ryan and Delaware, 9 out of 10. Ellis and Illinois, 7.1. Who in Columbus? Bert, 2.
Thank you, Bert. Yeah, me and Bert on the same page.
You guys are the same page there. Craig, an 8. Ryan in Fort Collins, 8.1. Joe in Boulder says that is a 6 on that one. Nailed it, Jake, 9.15 from, I don't see a name on that one. Derek in a car, 8.3. Big Bird in Columbus, 0.035. That's lower than you.
Yes, lower than me.
Only one so far.
I'm very shocked at these scores. Very, very shocked. And I just wonder if it's just because they're just, are the Foo Fighters getting the bump because of the band?
Wow.
Because that song doesn't add up. It doesn't. And I think I'm probably disappointed because I was expecting something pretty epic on a Friday, and you crushed it all week.
I gave you Rebel earlier this week by David Bowie. I gave some good. I gave Waylon Jennings. I've always been crazy on Wednesday.
You've had a good week. You've had a really good week. You failed today.
Sean says, Bill, bad take, great song. Real life Chuck says, I'm 50, and Bill, you are wrong. It's a great song. 10 on that one.
I'll take the heat. I'm okay with the heat too. I'll take it.
Laverne in Hawaii says not bad for 2 a.m. 7 on that one. And someone in all caps says, Bill, that song is a banger.
There's no
10
way
all day. Husker Rick says that.
No way that's a banger.
He says it's a banger.
You think that's walk-up music?
He called it a banger.
Oh, God. Oh, wow.
Hey, guess what? Beef Tacos has chimed in.
Oh, the taco.
4.82. Pretty low.
I love hearing from Beef Taco.
I'm with Bill. Song goes nowhere. That's from somebody in
Anything
Holdridge.
from Pecan Pie?
I didn't see Pecan Pie.
Wet Blanket.
Wet Blanket. I think I saw Wet Blanket on there. See, Wet Blanket. No, East Lincoln West with us gives us 6.5. Wet Blanket does give it an 8 on that one.
Okay, Blanket. Yes, that's odd for that. That's I wouldn't see you hitting that with an 8. But I respect people's different tastes. It just doesn't hit it for me.
Did not see Pecan Pie, but I would say overall score about a 6 in that one.
You did well. You did. I'm the one that was so Jake. You deserve credit for this. When the people speak, I can't push back on.
Now,
it.
Rob, last one before we move on to FSP. Rob says, "I'm with Bill on YouTube. Okay. The song sucks." 2.4.
I appreciate that.
So you got
still, Jake. You still did. You got a lot of good responses, so that's okay.
So we try to do that. Now it is time for one of my favorite segments of the entire week when Bill lets us know FSP what games might have field storming possibilities in college football. Bill, which games are you going to? We might see FSPs this weekend.
There's some good ones, and there's always a couple that remember with the FSPs. A lot of times, kind of like with the Colorado over Baylor, it has to be some sort of an epic ending. When they win it which they did, they knocked the ball in the last play. They had the Hail Mary. The place got whipped into a frenzy. If they win that game by 17 going away, there's no storming. There's no anything. but the frenzy can get it going. So the first one I've got is BYU, who is ranked at Baylor.
All right.
BYU at Baylor. And so Baylor needs this win extremely bad. BYU is a good team. I don't think they're a great team. And so they have a chance to, but then, and the Baylor students, it's not a huge, the crowd will not be nuts. It will not be a sold out crowd, but that will have a chance. Colorado at UCF, just because it's Colorado. And there's been all kinds of discussion about the reason that UCF's having such a big recruiting weekend this weekend is the prime effect, is because of who they're playing.
Okay.
And UCF, the bounce house is what they call the stadium, will be going. That place will be juiced up. So that has a potential one, especially if it's a
favorite in that game. You have any idea?
I don't know that one.
What's your guess?
I'm going to guess that's almost a pick 'em, I would think.
That's UCF hosting Colorado.
Yes.
You said? Okay. That game is.
Yeah, I would say it's probably
UCF's actually a 14-point favorite.
Really? That's a little high. Wow, 14.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
That shocks me.
UCF's 3-0, Colorado 3-1.
Yeah.
But yeah, 14-point favorite UCF.
That's incredible. North Carolina at Duke.
Okay.
And that's just North Carolina Duke.
Yep.
So you have a chance. Duke's undefeated. So that place, that's another sold out crowd. Will be crazy. Now this would be a very small number of people. Iowa State ranked, I believe, like 18th, somewhere in that area at Houston. Houston, obviously, Iowa State's probably about a 20-something point favorite in that game. So
16.
So that's always a chance at one like that, but that's a very small amount. And this one, it's going to be odd. And this is kind of like down that conversation of, well, would they act like you've been there? We don't do that here. Is Georgia at Alabama? It could happen. It is. So Kirby is in the last 47 games is 45-2.
That's pretty good.
Pretty good.
It's
two losses.
Actually, it's really good.
His 2 losses are to Alabama. His only 2 losses in his last 47 games are to Alabama. But this is a new coach at Alabama. And Georgia is, I mean, that is right now the power structure in the SEC, everything right now goes through Georgia. And so it's at Alabama. That place is going to be all geeked up, and they may storm, especially if it's some sort of an epic ending that could happen on that. So I could see that with Kellen DeBoer and his new job and everything.
When do you think the last time that field got stormed was in Tuscaloosa?
I don't know it, but probably not.
They've been a top 3 team forever.
It's the first time they've been a home underdog since 2007.
Now that's a stat.
That's a
stat
since
right
2007, there. It's the first time they've been a home underdog. So they're underdogs in the game, and they're playing Georgia. New coach. Kirby is an old coach from Alabama. This will be an epic game to watch as far as the energy and what it's like down there. And so those are my selections.
Do you expect that game to be high scoring? Because Georgia beat Kentucky 13-12 2 weeks ago.
I can.
What do you expect for what type of game do you think?
I expect kind of a 21-18 game, 17, some of that nature. Yeah. I think it's going to be a 3. No, I don't see a 39-37 game or something like that. No, it's going to be I think they're very good defenses. And I think teams will play it smart too. They're not like smart, but they're going to play field position. And so in this game, it'll be one of those things. It'll be okay to punt. It'll be okay to punt. And so it's going to be a fun game. It's going to be a really, really cool game. Because no matter what you say, would you be shocked if Georgia won? No. Would you be shocked if Alabama won?
No,
not at all. You'd be going,
very good at home.
Whoa, they were the underdogs. Wow, that's crazy. No, wouldn't even think anything of it.
It's Bama.
Yeah, you would think nothing of it. And
no.
In the last, like I said, they have an average of in the last 10 years. I think like Alabama in the last 10 years, 7 of the years they're the number 1 class or they're in the top 3, and Georgia's about the same. I mean, their class rankings are they're like 1 and 2 basically. They're basically average out as 1 and 2 throughout the last 10 years. So this is a culmination of talent that is unbelievable.
Which of
accumulation?
Accumulation? Yeah. Which of those FSPs do you think is the most likely to happen?
I'm going to say UCF, Colorado.
Okay.
Because of the bounce house. That place gets they're
taking down Dion.
Yeah, the fans. You wouldn't think that'd be a big deal, but it is a big deal. It's a really big deal. That's why that place will be crazy. And I believe they didn't get hit hard with I think the storm's going to be through. That was a concern of what's going on for football in that area. So I think the storm's going to be through.
I believe UCA. I think Orlando's fine.
Yes.
They got some rain probably, but not the significant stuff that Atlanta's getting in.
Yeah, and it should be cleared through by tomorrow, I think. Should be all cleared through. So the bounce house will be going. So that's be my number 1 pick.
All right.
Yeah.
UCF takes down Colorado and they storm the field. FSP. Got to have one every week. We got to have an FSP every week. An actual
I love when I see him. I love seeing the jump. I love when people have to leap down onto the field. So it's not just onto the field. They have to make a decision. And there's like a 4 to 6 foot drop. You got to make the decision if you're going to go. And once you decide to go over the top, you got to go.
Now, I was watching when Nebraska had the field storm against Colorado.
The field meandering.
It was meandering. It wasn't really a storm. It was meandering. Now there was some hopping of the fence.
Was there?
To get over, to get on the field from both sides, get a hop of fence. It was such a slow trickle on the field. I'm like,
people helping each other over.
You did mention that was an FSP. That was an FSP that week, and they did meander on the field.
Still meandering.
Still was an odd look. I thought the way it went down.
I had people. I even had some youth at the game, and they were like, "Yeah, it didn't really add up. Didn't look
right
the part. Didn't look the part. It would have been an epic ending.
Right.
It would have been a complete field storming.
Yeah, it's pretty drama free in the second half. 28-zip halftime lead would do that for you. But that is FSPs. Thank you, Bill, for that. Appreciate
Absolutely.
that.
Thank you, Jake.
I know you didn't like my song, but FSPs were
still don't like it.
Didn't resonate with you. When we come back, Lee Sterling will walk us through this weekend's games, the spreads, who to take, who not to take. That's next on Early Break on The Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
NEPCO is hiring CDL drivers for ready-mixed concrete, Husker Concrete, and Beatrice Concrete. NEPCO offers great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they pay for CDL training. Apply today and start your new career with a $2,500 hiring bonus. From NEPCO's beginning in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
On game day, every play counts. Now imagine having the same level of control in your field. Valley is where farming meets end zone efficiency. With AgSense remote irrigation technology, farmers become the MVPs of their fields. Real-time, play-by-play control means you're always ahead of the game. Score big with simplified irrigation technology from Valley, improving your life both on and off the field. Find your local Valley dealer at valleyirrigation.com.
It's the best time of the year to order a new John Deere self-propelled windrower from Landmark Implement during the early order program. Hay harvest is a race against time. Order a new John Deere self-propelled windrower to harvest your hay quickly and efficiently while promoting quick dry down for quality hay. Now is the time to lock in the best price of the year. Contact your local Landmark location for full details on a new self-propelled windrower and experience the Landmark difference.
I'm softball player Jordy Ball, and I'm proud of my Nebraska roots, and I'm proud to be back home. And at Midwest Bank, they're proud to be your local community bank. They believe in family first, taking initiative, showing integrity, and rolling up their sleeves to support their local communities. They treat everyone like family, no matter where you're from. Whether you walk into a branch in York, Lincoln, Norfolk, or Pierce, you know you're going to be welcomed with a smile. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank.
Disney on Ice presents Mickey's Search Party. Get closer to the magic than ever before. Play along with the Toy Story gang. Explore the colorful world of Coco. Sail away with Moana. Soar to new heights with Belle. And journey to Arendelle to thaw a frozen heart. It's an all-out celebration at Disney on Ice presents Mickey's Search Party. Playing Pinnacle Bank Arena this Friday through Sunday. Visit DisneyOnIce.com for show details and get your tickets today.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Go hog wild, pit barbecue.
It's $5.99 barbecue time. Hurry to Hog Wild for a complete barbecue meal that's only $5.99. Get a one-meat sandwich loaded with our award-winning barbecue, plus your choice of a classic side and drink for just $5.99. Upgrade your sandwich to beef brisket for just $1 more. Join us for lunch or dinner in Lincoln at 3210 Cornhusker Highway. Order online at GoHogWild.com.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
Disney on Ice presents Mickey's Search Party. Get closer to the magic than ever before. Play along with the Toy Story gang. Explore the colorful world of Coco. Sail away with Moana. Soar to new heights with Belle. And journey to Arendelle to thaw a frozen heart. It's an all-out celebration at Disney on Ice presents Mickey's Surge Party. Playing Pinnacle Bank Arena this Friday through Sunday. Visit DisneyOnIce.com for show details and get your tickets today.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you don't just get a great workout, you get a great perk out because your membership is packed with perks. For $1 down and $24.99 a month, you'll get perks like access to any of our 2,400 clean and spacious locations. Bring a friend anytime and both work out with tons of equipment that'll give you that big fitness energy. Relax in the Black Card spa and more. Work out and perk out with the PF Black Card. Join for just $1 down and $24.99 a month.
Hurry, this deal ends soon.
See Home Club for details.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
An hour ago, you didn't need a plumber. Now you're in a panic. When life throws you a surprise with a clogged drain, plugged or leaky toilet, broken pipe, leaky faucet or water heater, or a bathroom or kitchen plumbing upgrade, whatever, just call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111. Keep that number handy, 467-1111. Or go to BryantLincoln.com. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
Ryan, with all this red and all these people around, I'm still not seeing the tailgate.
Todd Spidell, former body shop owner, terrible driver.
We're getting close. Now, did you know with 3 locations in Lincoln and hundreds of years of combined technician experience, we can get Husker fans back on the road even quicker and safer after their tailgate mishaps? Oh, Todd, turn left right here.
Left or right?
Left, right here.
Right?
Well, you wait for the tow truck. I'm getting a hot dog.
Well, I guess while I'm waiting. All right! Most recommended! Eustace Body Shop.
Woohoo! Dude, you should be on American Idol.
You really think so?
No.
Accidents happen, even to Husker fans. If it happens to you, call Eustace Body Shop, where our customers send their friends.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Have you been injured in an accident and don't know where to turn? You need an attorney you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you've been injured, we want to help you. Liberty Law's experienced attorneys are committed to the pursuit of justice for those injured. Call Liberty Law and find out how we can help you get the compensation you deserve. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. Call the trial attorneys you can trust. 877-42-LIBERTY.
Wake up, Lincoln.
I overslept. Damn rooster didn't crow.
It's time for Early Break, sponsored by Midwest Bank. Live from Lincoln, America. Here's 93.7 The Ticket's Jake Sorensen.
I'm wrong, but I'm not.
Husker Online, Steve Sipple.
If I were a feral cat.
And longtime college football assistant coach, Bill Busch.
You get one team. Mine's the Houston Oilers. I'm not the Texans and I'm not the Titans. So I'm out.
This is Early Break.
Welcome back to Hour 2 on a Friday. Steve Sipple at the airport heading to West Lafayette here shortly. Jake Sorensen, Bill Busch with you. Hour 2 is always sponsored by our friends at Midwest Bank. Member FDIC. Location in South Lincoln at 27th and Jamie Lane. Also at 70th and Pioneers. And what's going on with Shin Daddy today in Creighton, Bill?
The obscure college football. Steve Shin Daddy, Steve Sterling. Steve Sterling.
Whoa.
Shin Daddy has made his picks.
Oh, yeah.
On 3 games. So his first game that he chose was New Mexico versus New Mexico State.
Okay.
New Mexico State I have favored as 9-point favorites.
You are correct. New Mexico.
He has selected New Mexico. Take New Mexico.
Okay.
Is his selection. His next game is Florida State at SMU, and
All
I
right.
have SMU as 6-point favorites in that. Is that still what you have on that, Jake?
Confirm that. Confirm. Yes, 6-point favorites SMU. Yes.
Yes, he says take FSU. I push back on that one, but Steve Sterling says take FSU.
Okay.
So he's taking New Mexico over New Mexico State, FSU over SMU. And the final game, he's got Tulsa at North Texas. Tulsa at North Texas. North Texas 6.5-point favorites, and he's saying take North Texas. So his 3 picks are New Mexico, FSU, North Texas.
Okay.
So that is Steve Sterling.
Shin
Daddy has spoken.
I like that.
On 3 obscures.
Okay. Well, that's why we like.
It leads us right into our next game.
That's right. And we are now joined on the hotline by our weekly Friday guest, Lee Sterling, Paramount Sports. Lee, good morning. Are you ready to watch another slate of football this weekend?
Yep, but I have decided to not watch the Dolphins game live.
Well,
Can't do it to myself.
I don't blame. I don't know who the quarterback will be as of right now. Yesterday, Mike McDaniel said we don't have the quarterback pick. It could be Tyler Huntley, aka Snoop. It could be a banged up Skylar Thompson. It could be Tim Boyle, who has never.
Give me Boyle stats, please, Jake.
I think it's gonna be Tyler Huntley.
Do you remember this? Have you seen these stats, Lee, in college?
Yeah.
Tim Boyle at UConn in 24 games had 1 touchdown and 13 interceptions. And he's made that into an NFL career as a backup somehow. I don't understand. It makes no sense. It will never make sense, ever.
Do you remember the game where the Dolphins played the Jets? Remember
that was last year. The Hail Mary, the pick 6, Javon Holland, the Hail Mary last year. And now he's on the Dolphins. Why? Why do we do this to ourselves?
That's right. What you have to do is go out, go do something during that time, and I watch it later that night, the next day. It takes like 22, 23 minutes without commercials and huddles, and it's not as painful.
Well, the Dolphins play Monday night, so it's you can wait till Tuesday to watch the game.
Tuesday. Don't do it to yourself.
Tuesday. Watch the Sunday games, take Monday off, and try to catch the recap Tuesday. That's what we're going to do. Yeah. Dolphins 1-2, pain. A lot of pain there. But, Lee, we're talking about games that aren't the Dolphins, and that's college football. And the epic game of the weekend, Georgia on the road to Alabama, a 2-point favorite against the Crimson Tide. Will Kirby Smart get the best of Kalen DeBoer or not?
So this is going to be a fun game to watch. I mean, talk about the quarterbacks. Carson Beck, probably a top 5 pick. The Dolphins can tank properly this year. Could be ours. Also, Alabama's Jalen Milroe. Probably not going to be a high pick, but dynamic dual-threat quarterback. Both teams use a lot of running backs. Bama uses Jam Miller and Justice Haynes. Georgia, they mix and match like 4 or 5 guys. So I think all that both teams are about equal. The difference might come down to one play or one player. And if it does, it might be Ryan Williams, true freshman for Alabama, number 2. Kid that reclassified, 17 years old, should still be in high school, 10 catches and 4 touchdowns. He is really developing a bond with Jalen Milroe. Georgia looking for that guy who can make the big catch. They thought it was going to be Dominic Lovett. He would maybe take over for Ladd McConkey and Brock Bowers. 9 catches so far, but he is yet to see the end zone. And how about this? The home team, when 2 top 5 teams square off, home team has won 17 of the 27 matchups. I'm going to go with a small favorite, wrong team favorite, what should be an instant classic. Alabama 27-24.
Bama 27-24. Kalen DeBoer gets the big win over Kirby Smart his first season with the Crimson Tide. Moving on to the Big Ten, Michigan, big win over USC last weekend, which I think you picked that win, Lee. Nice work on that. Michigan, a 9.5-point favorite against Minnesota, who had a good first half and imploded against Iowa in the second half. Does Michigan run it back here?
I think Mr. Row Your Boat is going to put up a lot of reminders to his team. Last year, they were embarrassed at home, 52-10. I think the gap has really closed. I think that by watching Michigan They are one-dimensional. They're going to have to open up if they want to beat some good teams. They got lucky last week. Every break went their way. But the Gopher offense, they've underperformed. I think that they're finally going to have a breakout, and this might be the game here. This kid, Max Brosmer, looks like he's good. They have a couple decent running backs. I think Michigan's going to escape here, 17-14. I think people are going to fall for the trap. Take Michigan. I'm not going to do it. Gophers here, plus the points. That's the play.
But Michigan wins 17-14, but Gophers make it closer. All right, moving. It was run by Lee Sterling, Paramount Sports, going through the weekend's game in college football. Next in the Big Ten, Indiana 4-0 with Kurt Google Me Signetti. Great start for them. They are 7-point favorites against Michael Oxley and Maryland. Do the Hoosiers get to 5-0, Lee?
If you haven't watched Indiana yet, this is a fun team to watch. I'm not saying they are a great team. Fun team to watch. They brought in Curtis Rourke from Ohio, 2-time All-MAC quarterback. Brought in a couple new running backs. Brought in like 5 different receivers. Their receivers from last year don't even really see the field. One of them, they are all good. Kid named Miles Price from Texas Tech, receiver and kick returner, really dynamic. Offense is great. Defense, not very good at all. A lot of new faces, but just not up to Big Ten standards here. I'm going to go with the over. I think it's a better play here. Over 52 total points in Indiana and Maryland.
Okay. Over
Fun game to watch.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, moving on to Ohio State, 24-point favorites against Michigan State on Saturday, Lee.
Ohio State is really talented. I mean, they got a 1-2 punch at running back and receiver. Might be the best in the country. Still not a big Will Howard fan. I just think he's okay. He's just like the kid McCord last year. Not a difference maker here. If he was so good, he'd still be in Manhattan. Kansas, starting for Kansas State. I think Michigan State's biggest problem, turning the ball over. 4 turnovers last week. They turned it over just 2 times. They beat Boston College here. So Aiden Shiles is going to have some growing pains. He likes to take a shot down the field too much. But I think Michigan State is going to slow it down here, milk the clock. Goal is to be within striking distance in the fourth quarter. Wouldn't take Michigan State on the road, but at home, also playing on grass. Maybe they don't cut the grass for a couple weeks, just like Notre Dame used to do when they played Miami back in the day, to negate some of that speed here. I think Michigan State's going to keep this close here for 3 quarters. Ohio State wins 35-17, but Michigan State covers.
Okay, so a lot of covers so far. Joe by Lee Sterling, Paramount Sports. To our game, Nebraska at Purdue, 11 a.m. and probably a very sleepy environment in West Lafayette. Huskers, 10-point favorites after the loss to Illinois here in Lincoln in overtime on Friday. Do they bounce back in West Lafayette, Lee?
If they follow the game plan, they should. And Duke is, what am I saying? I'm thinking of another bad team. Purdue is awful. Their defense is atrocious. They were gashed on the ground on back-to-back Saturdays for 341 yards by Oregon State. If you watched that game last week, Oregon State, I think, threw one time the last, 18 or 20 plays, and they knew it was coming, still couldn't stop it. Purdue gave up 362 to Notre Dame. Don't get pass happy like last week. Run the football. So they only ran it 24 times last week for 99 yards. Follow a game plan here. Just don't go to overtime, where Nebraska's 0-8 with 0 points scored and 0 first downs and 4 interceptions. Stay away from overtime. Nebraska 31-17.
31-17. Huskers get to 4-1. And last game, Lee, USC, coming off the loss to Michigan, is a 14.5-point favorite against Wisconsin on Saturday.
Yep. I'm going to give this game away to the first 5 callers. I have a real strong feeling on this game. First 5 callers that call 800-400-9741. We will give them the USC-Wisconsin game for free. 800-400-9741. And if you want to come on board, last week had the Baker's Dozen. That was a winner. We have our biggest game of the year, a 45-unit major wager best bet. We are now, get this, 66-24 on our 40 to 50 unit plays in our career. So they don't come around often. You want to get that 45 unit college football major wager best bet. We don't call it October coming up. We call it Locktober. You can get 5 weeks of games for only $547. If you use coupon code SAVE200, just $347. Where do you hop on board? Just one place, ParamountSports.com.
Lee, always great stuff. Enjoy the games and enjoy the replay of the Dolphins game on Tuesday, not Monday. Watch the replay on Tuesday.
That's awesome. Try it.
I might have to go that route, Lee. It's just gotten painful through 3 games already. It's just the way it is.
All right, guys. Have a great weekend.
That's Lee Sterling, Paramount Sports. Again, his picks, just to recap that real quick. He has Alabama not just covering the spread, Bill, but winning outright at home 27-24 over Georgia. Michigan wins but does not cover 9.5. Low-scoring game, 17-14 over Minnesota, but a win. Indiana did not give a winner or loser. He said over 52 in that game of the over-under against Maryland. Ohio State wins but does not cover 24 points against Michigan State, 35-17 Buckeyes. Nebraska wins and covers on the road per Lee, 31-17 Huskers. And if you want USC, Wisconsin, or any other games, call 800-400-9741. Anything stand out from that at all, Bill, to you?
No, very, very interesting.
Yeah.
And they were like that. Now, I agree with that. I think that overs is probably going to happen at that Indiana-Maryland game.
Okay.
So the one that maybe I don't know if I push back on, but Lee nailed it with Michigan and Minnesota. I just wonder if I just think the defense is so good for Michigan that they probably get such good field position for them that maybe they end up being in a cover situation. But the low scoring does add up to me also.
And if Nebraska wins by that score, 31-17, he had a lot of happy fans because that should be ideally somewhat stress-free in the fourth quarter.
Yeah,
you won by 14.
I think it's going to be very stress-free about middle of the second quarter.
Well, that would be nice.
Be very stress-free. Yeah, you just heard him, like you said. It's the place is in disarray.
Yes,
right now. The Oregon State team, they lost everybody. They had to go try to find players from any place to come. There was the Pac-2.
Yep.
And their coach left. All their good players went to Michigan State with him, and the other ones that were decent went someplace else.
The running back went to Miami. Martinez, stud.
Yeah, and so all the players. So when they rushed for these yards, it wasn't Oregon State of last year that could run the ball really well. That's not the case. And they, like I said, they didn't even throw the ball the last 25 plays they ran. They threw one pass. And so they basically just said out of the huddle, we're running the football to our right. And it was still a gain of 6. And I'm just telling you, you don't just fix run defense. You don't just all of a sudden be like, oh, we got it. Yeah, we got it. We're just a couple misfits. That's not it. And they are just in a bad place. So it's a great situation.
Some YouTubers are pointing this out, that they're curious, and this is where you come in as an expert, as a coach here, Bill, that there could be a potential for wind and rain in West Lafayette. How much does that change anything for either team, for Nebraska or Purdue?
Same thing. I think it's almost worse for Purdue because if the weather's bad, what are they going to do? Run the football more. I think this is a game where you have to be. You can't worry about any of your numbers, they don't. Nebraska doesn't do that. No one really does. But there's some place like, hey, we still want to make sure we're very balanced, in our attack. We want to make sure we do this like that. I don't know if they have to be balanced in this game because I really think they could run I think if they had the ball for 75 snaps and they ran it 75 times, they'll win by 30. And so I think
that'd be nice.
I think they'll be so dominant up front, and they have good running backs. They have that. And it's just a bad matchup. Everybody's been through it before. You're in the run game. Only way you can change it is to add numbers. So they could maybe do a little bit better by adding numbers. If it's a quagmire that you can't hold on to the ball, it's so wet that it's raining hard that the ball's slipping out of hands. Then you could gang up with numbers in the box to maybe create some things. But then Nebraska does the same thing because Purdue is throwing at 40-something%. Right now, they threw for 50 yards against Oregon State. So when it says, well, that could hurt Nebraska a little bit in the throw game. Well, does the same thing. Purdue can't throw it either, and they already can't throw it even when it's beautiful weather. So I think it's a great situation.
They had the impressive first game where Card missed one pass, and then the next 2 games, Purdue and last week, not good.
That'd be a good thing to look up. How's Indiana State doing?
That'd be a good thing. They got shut out by Purdue, right?
They did. Yeah, they got shut out like 49-0. So I'd like to know how Indiana State's doing right now.
We'll check on that.
Yes.
I assume you're going football for Bill's Thrills next time?
Absolutely.
Okay. Then before we get to break, we were informed by a lot of breakers yesterday of a situation with Nebraska basketball. Now, if you go back to, I think it was this year, not last. I think it was this year. We could not locate when it was.
Pretty sure it was a Bill's Thrills, we believe.
you were vouching for I believe a holiday tournament at the Bob Devaney Sports Center for Nebraska basketball.
We called it Reboot the Bob.
Reboot the Bob.
And we went through great details. You had to be 50 years old to get in. Had to be 50.
I could not go.
You could not go.
I was not allowed back.
You had to be an original. At some point in time you had to at least be able to say I went to the game in the Devaney.
Yes.
And so we covered it in great detail how important this would be to have this. There'd be an epic feel. Like I said, when you play the games that they play in whatever December 30th type of a game where it's not a big game, but it'd be just have it at the Bob. So what's happened?
So that is not quite happening, but it's a step in the right direction that may be happening in the future, because Nebraska men's basketball announced yesterday, Bill, that they're going to have their scrimmage October 13th at 2 p.m. at the Bob.
The Bob.
So before the season begins, kind of the welcome back to the season thing. That's kind of, we put that out there. You put that out there. It's not the tournament, but it's a step in the right direction.
Step in the right direction
happening here.
Yes,
so we hope that we helped make this idea happen here.
I would think so. I would think that I'd be hard pressed to think that it was that at some point in time it wasn't said that this was said on the radio show that this would be a cool idea for it, because it was noted by a lot of breakers when this popped out that like this has been well discussed, and so I believe it was. We'll have to go to Keith Mann on this one to give us the details on that. But yeah, all that matters is if they're playing they're playing in the Bob. That's what matters. But it would be. I just wish it would also go one more level, and they would play a game. Like I said, one of those games that's just be very limited. And I understand that there's a contract with PBA, all those things, but it would be an epic game.
The idea is incredible. It'd be so fun.
The idea, what you'd like to do in the future is you'd like to try to schedule a Big 8 team to play. You'd like to play Iowa State or someone, and say we're going to play a Big 8 game, and we're going to play it in the Bob, and we're going to play against Oklahoma State or someone of that nature. Because it would just be, I'm telling you right now, talk about a hard ticket. It would be insane to try to get in that place. And it's smaller now.
Rightfully
it's
so.
Smaller now. It'd probably what would it seat? 10,000?
I think it's 8,000.
It's 8,000.
It's 8,000 in there.
Which is when people say, well, that's just way too small. Well, that's what Duke holds.
Right.
Every game.
Cameron Indoor Stadium is not a big stadium.
It's not a big stadium. It's roughly about 8,000.
It's loud for a reason. You're on top of people there.
Yeah. It would be an incredible feeling. So so great job by Fred getting that done. I'm sure he was the big part of it, and the administration got it done. So that'll be a very cool setting. They still need to get a game in there, but hopefully they'll reboot the Bob like that. And it started here because of Jake Sorensen and Steve Sipple having early break and getting that going.
It's Bill's idea, and hopefully someday the tournament happens there. But right now, tickets go on sale October 2nd. The scrimmage is October 13th at the Bob. So basketball will be back. Way to go, Bill.
What if one of the teams was coached by Danny Nee?
I would encourage it.
One side like that, they divide up the teams for the scrimmage, and Danny Nee gets one of the teams.
Let's have Danny, and let's have Doc Sadler over here. Freddie can just watch. Freddie can just kind of be the ref, basically.
That'd be incredible.
Have Doc Sadler back for his third stint at Nebraska.
Have Doc back, and him and Danny coach against each other, and Fred just gets to watch.
Yes.
Yeah, we've upped it a little bit more now.
Make that happen.
There we go.
So let's make that happen. Before we get to break, though, Bill, what are the 3 words you do not want to hear in IT?
I've been hacked.
Oh God, those words are bad.
It'd be horrible.
Bad words.
How do you fend it off, Jake?
Well, if I were you, I would probably give Applied Connective Technologies a phone call or go to the website, because they're Nebraska's preferred tech partner. They're in all 93 counties of this glorious
93.
state. 93 of 93. 100%.
If people start with them, how do they stick with them?
I'd say 99% retention.
99% retention.
Yes, on that.
The only reason that someone is no longer with them is because they shut down.
They did.
That's the reason.
And it was their call.
It was their call. Hey, listen, we're shutting the company down, so we don't need anything anymore. It's like, okay, so we can't retain that. We can't count that as a number.
They manage IT and cybersecurity, phone systems, physical security, infrastructure, audio, video, and more. Please, if you're curious about this, would you go to appliedconnective.com or call 866-358-0109. Free consultation. It's free.
Ask for Will. Will will handle everything.
He will.
Will lives in Fullerton, drives to Albion every day, and just handles things. It's an incredible job by him. The company's remarkable. I went up there and spoke to him. It was like being at the most trend-setting company I've ever seen. This was, like I said, And if you don't have cybersecurity, you're crazy.
Yeah, that's dumb.
Yeah.
It's just on you.
Number of time when people, I see it, how many times you see it on social media? I've been hacked. Happens all the time.
Not with Applied Connective. That's
No
not going to
chance.
happen again. Check them out, appliedconnective.com. When we come back, Bill's Thrills on Early Break on the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Midwest Bank. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Hey farmers, wouldn't it be nice if you could cut your herbicide cost by up to 85%? Now you can with Green Eye technology for your sprayer. Green Eye's system integrates seamlessly with your current sprayer and works by identifying and spraying only the weeds. Reduce the threat of herbicide resistance, be environmentally friendly, and save a ton of money. Oh, and there's no acres fee. This is the precision spraying solution you've been waiting for. Contact Boyk Farmers Outfitters to get set up with Green Eye or check them out at BOECK.FarmOutfitters.com.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
You already know that Select Plumbing takes care of all your plumbing needs, including water heaters, faucet repairs, leaks, drips, sump pumps, and more. Now, they're able to help you with your heating and air conditioning as well. Select Plumbing has recently expanded into residential heating and air, and they're excited to bring this new service to their complete list of plumbing services. Call to book an appointment today at 402-560-6197 or go to selectplumbinginc.com, serving Lincoln, Seward, Milford, and the surrounding areas.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career? Or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
When you need a new water heater, nothing beats the ProLine family of water heaters from A.O. Smith. ProLine models are built using commercial-grade components, meaning they're built to help you tackle your toughest days. No matter if you need a gas or electric model, A.O. Smith has a ProLine unit for you. A.O. Smith, innovation has a name. Call Wellman Plumbing at 402-434-2400 for a great deal on a water heater today. Again, that's 402-434-2400. Are you a skilled mechanic looking for your next big opportunity? Constructors is hiring. We're looking for experienced mechanics to join our family-owned team. We offer competitive wages, great benefits, brand new service trucks, OEM-level diagnostic software, and career growth opportunities. Positions include lead and A-level mechanics for our shop and multiple field technicians. If you're driven and ready to grow with a company that's been around since 1908, apply today at constructorslincoln.com.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
General Fire and Safety has been keeping Lincoln businesses and commercial structures safe for more than 50 years. From a simple fire extinguisher to full fire suppression systems, Lincoln has trusted General Fire and Safety to provide top-of-the-line products, installation, and maintenance. If you're starting a new business in a brand new building, call on General Fire and Safety to help you plan a fire safety system that fits the specific needs of your business, employees, and customers. Call General Fire and Safety today at 402-261-0116.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you don't just get a great workout, you get a great perk out because your membership is packed with perks. For $1 down and $24.99 a month, you'll get perks like access to any of our 2,400 clean and spacious locations. Bring your friend anytime and both work out with tons of equipment that'll give you that big fitness energy. Relax in the Black Card spa and more. Work out and perk out with the PF Black Card. Join for just $1 down and $24.99 a month. Hurry.
This deal ends soon.
See Home Club for details.
Alcohol has strained our relationship. Drinking too much can cause harm to friends, family members, and loved ones. By drinking less, we will save our relationship. If you or a loved one is looking for help, find a treatment facility near you at findtreatment.gov. For immediate support, call, text, or chat 988.
Brought to you by Nebraska DHHS in partnership with SAMHSA.
It's game day at Raising Cane's. If you want to order like a champ, it's the action off the field you need to focus on. The only play you're running is chicken. So what combo are you picking? Make it a perfect season. We've got tailgates of hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken fingers and cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. All available to order online or on our app. Touchdown! This season is about to be unbeatable. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We will get to Bill's Thrills in 1 second. Before that, quick plug for our friends and holders at First Rate Ag, a full-service ag retailer and offering everything from crop protection to lawn fertilizer. They've been around for 26 years in business. Please go to firstrateag.com or call 308-995-8327. Ask for Parker or Chris. Mention the ticket. And Bill, how was the conference call yesterday?
It went great. They have really hit a heater out there with getting things rolling with harvest because the weather's just been incredible. I mean, and it's staying that way for a while now too. I mean,
Yes.
It really has been. So there's going to be crops whipping out of the field. So when I was talking to Parker yesterday, it's like it's all hands on deck right now.
Okay.
I mean, they're going like that. And so, but you know what he did? He took time to talk to me about
What's
ag.
the conference call?
Yeah, it's a conference call, but still, he's awful busy right now. This is they protected the crops all year. He did that for himself and other people. Now he's got to get his own crops out. So there's a lot going on in Holdridge. And just vacation there, and you'll find out how great it is.
You should check it out.
Yes.
Great city. Great city. It is time now for Bill's Thrills, a Freaky Football Friday. Here we go.
Some call him the most interesting man in the world.
That is setting up the morel mushroom
Yes.
bonanza.
Okay.
Yeah,
This
we
is gonna be
need it.
bonanza?
Mushrooms grow better with thunder and lightning.
Others call him Coach. But to everyone else, he's Bill.
I want to get one of those military ab stimulators for us to wear during the show. You see, I sent you today.
It's time for Bill's Thrills on Early Break. Sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid-Plains Advisors.
Yes, as always, Bill's Thrills, sponsored by Dirk, Scott, and Ty at Mid-Plains Advisors, the ATMs, the cash cows of Lincoln. Call them at 402-730-7387 for a free consultation to plan your financial future today. Great guys, Dirk, Scott, and Ty.
The thing that stood out also, if you just think about that, like my family, the first person I guided him to was the cash cows.
Why wouldn't you?
And then Skylar Schindler, who was working with Ty, and Skylar and his wife Laura were dealing with Ty Steinkooler, and they were shocked when they found out how much money they saved through the tax-free app. When you start running all your money through that and not have to pay any taxes on your income, and how much that
Pretty
can help
big
you.
deal.
So Ty got that worked out for him also. So that's something you want to sit down with him and talk to him about. It's a big deal.
Yes, it is.
It's a big deal. What's going on today,
Well,
Jake?
I think it's a Freaky Football
It
Facts
is.
Friday. Is that right, Bill?
It is. It's the ridiculous and riveting college football must-see games.
Okay.
And it sometimes, and I did base this a little bit on Husker fans also, But tonight's game, in my mind, is epic. Washington at Rutgers. I mean, it is an incredible game.
That one real quick.
Give me the spread on that one. That's an incredible game. Washington at Rutgers. So they're flying from Seattle all the way to Piscataway. That's a long way.
The spread on that game is Rutgers is a 1.5 point
I was going to say
favorite.
about a pick 'em. And so this
On
game,
Fox.
so what this game does for Nebraska fans is it gauges. It's a gauge. Okay, let's watch Rutgers. Let's see where they're at. They're playing well. How about this one though? So Rutgers is 4-0, and they went to Virginia Tech and beat them.
Yes.
They don't even receive a vote.
I don't get
in
that.
the top 25. Not even like they have receiving votes. How many teams there were? There was like 18 teams that received votes. Rutgers, not one vote. So very interesting as that goes down. We talked about already with Lee. Maryland at Indiana, I think, is riveting for Nebraska fans to watch because Maryland's a good team. They screwed it up against Michigan State. They should be undefeated also. So that's a very, very, very good game to be able to watch. I am enthralled with Wisconsin at USC as a Husker fan. So you got two future opponents playing out in the Coliseum. Yes. And what does USC do to bounce back from the Michigan loss? Wisconsin, everyone knows, has a horrible loss to Alabama, and they're beat up. They lost their quarterback. So that's a huge gauge. Now for interesting on good, Louisville at Notre Dame. Louisville at that they're like 17th and 16th or one apart. This is a big game to watch. This is one of the several I'm excited about. This one I called, remember early in the week, the Mayhem game. Mayhem. Oklahoma at Auburn. No matter what happens here, Auburn could be, I think they're 2-2. They could go to 2-3. Oklahoma's lost one. But if Oklahoma loses and they have now lost their first two SEC games, that will be what is going on. And especially it's no matter what, even though there's been the discussion of Dylan Gabriel was leaving anyway, but he was still your quarterback. He was there. And basically they felt pretty confident, about the quarterback they were going to be able to play. And he's been benched. And so that game right there is a complete mayhem game because Auburn, that turns ugly fast. And if they're 2-3, that is ugly fast. And their schedule ahead of them is a wow.
They lost to Cal.
At home.
FSU's only win is against Cal.
Yes. And so extremely interesting, like that second mayhem game, which is probably the most intriguing, Fresno State at UNLV.
Okay.
This game will get more traction because of the whole quarterback situation and everything going on. UNLV has never been ranked. For the first time they were in I think it's the coaches poll, or AP, one of the two, they're 25th.
The coaches poll.
They're 25th. They've never been ranked before ever. So it's one of the greatest times for their program. And they got the most, people always say, all publicity is good publicity. Well, They got publicity.
They did.
And so there's no one talking about Rebel football more than, and so this game is to see what happens. If UNLV comes out and beats Fresno, who's a very good team, that would be incredible. Or what if Fresno beats them by 4 touchdowns? Then it's going to be, really? You guys couldn't figure this out? You couldn't get it figured out with your quarterback? So unbelievable. I think the other ones would be fun to watch. It's kind of a gauge to see kind of where you're at, even though the game's over. Illinois at Penn State. I think that is intriguing beyond belief for Nebraska fans.
That game's on NBC at 6:30 tomorrow night.
And I think Penn State, if I remember right, they're like 18-point favorites.
Jumped 19.5 right now.
19 and a hook. Think about that. 19 and a hook. And Illinois just came to Nebraska and won.
Yes.
And so that game is another one of a gauge. This one here will have me just up all night. Washington State at Boise State on the blue turf. Washington State at that. So, because remember now, Boise now has agreed to join the Pac-12.
That's right.
And so this is like a conference game next year.
Okay.
But what Washington State and their quarterback is really good. I believe Boise State wins this game. They're a better football team, but it's going to be an unbelievable game. Arizona at Utah. Arizona has not held up to the billing. Nope. They have not played well offensively, and they had all their offense back with their quarterback with Fafita back. And so that's been a struggle. So that's a huge game. And then one that under the radar SEC games because is Texas A&M Arkansas. That is a classic matchup. Those two are not very far apart. And like I said, so that game. So there's so many. And honestly, there was 5 or 6 more. They're actually in games that you want to see. There's about 25 games to watch. 25. That's why college football is so must see. And also, it's like that you have to watch it live. You have to be able to see it live when it's happening. So it's going to be lock in tomorrow. And there's games at all all windows: the 11 o'clock, the 2:30, and the 6:30 or 7.
I'm surprised you have not mentioned one game, Bill, and it's tonight. You mentioned Washington Rutgers, but there's Vodtech at Miami tonight.
Yeah, that didn't interest me.
Really?
No, it didn't interest
Really?
me because I think Miami's just gonna crush them.
Miami is a 17.5 point
so,
favorite.
I didn't see it as must see.
Okay.
I didn't see, but does it somewhat interest me? Yeah, it does. Yeah, but Vodtech now has lost to Vandy, and then they lost to Rutgers.
They were a trendy pick to make the playoff before the season.
Pick to be in the ACC championship.
2-2 now.
They returned a ton of starters, so that was the reason. Now the game would I watch it? Yes, nothing. Not even close to Washington at Rutgers.
The only reason I would say I'd watch it because I love watching Cam Ward. The quarterback for Miami is so fun to watch. Washington State was great to watch. He's just dynamic.
So let me put this. I can't even say it's not hard to pronounce. The name loses me, but Washington State's quarterback is unbelievable. The Washington State quarterback, when you watch him, he's unbelievable. He moves around. He's accurate. He makes plays with his feet. He is so good to watch. So there is so much must see college games. Like I said, and they're in every window. 11, there's about 4 games of interest. 2:30, there's a ton, and then you have your typical 6:37, and then the late games are 9:15, and that's Arizona at Utah.
The quarterback is Mateer at Washington State.
Yes.
His name is John Mateer. He's
That's
a sophomore. 11 touchdowns, 4 picks this year. They're 4-0.
4-0.
They're 4-0 in the Pac-2.
Yeah. Incredible. I mean, and their schedule is not great, but this is a tough one for them. But if they pull this one off and they go to 5-0, and also he was there. He's not a portal guy. Mateer is not a portal guy. He was backing up Cam Ward.
He's from Little Elm, Texas. Yeah, he was there last year.
So I mean, incredible job of recruiting. Just think about that. Wazoo went out and found themselves an incredible quarterback in Texas somehow.
And
just
like
watch
their
him
coach
play.
too. Dickert's a good coach there too.
They're doing a great job. There's just so many cool games. But I mean, really, do you not want to see what goes on when Wisconsin plays at USC?
Yes,
because I think USC might be still a little bit hungover. But I don't think that Wisconsin. I think it could be ugly. I think Wisconsin is looking down right now. Something that could be this season could turn. It could be turned. Think from the text line, Jake.
Yes. Let's see. Someone asked, what would the point spread be if Nebraska was at Penn State? So Illinois, who just beat Nebraska, is a 19.5 point dog at Penn State. If Nebraska were the team playing there tomorrow, Bill, what would the spread be?
9.5.
Why is it so different though? Illinois comes to Lincoln and wins, and they'd be a 10-point worse spread than Nebraska?
I think a couple things. One, they said Illinois did a great job coaching, but my pushback on that would be if someone said if I looked at the game and as a coach and someone says, okay, we're going to play again, Bill, pick your team. Well, I'd pick Nebraska to play Illinois again.
Yes, I would also.
I would pick Nebraska. I would take Nebraska.
Yep.
So Illinois beat him, but that happens. I remember that Illinois was a 7.5 point dog coming into
7.5 or 8. Yeah,
8 point coming to that game. But my point is, when you watched the game and you said take one of the teams, you're taking Nebraska, and so that's what I feel that's what it would be the difference. It'd probably be, like I said, I think it'd be 9.5 to 10 would be what the difference is. So it's not always they just won this. That's where things difference and the matchups are a little bit different. So I think that's how it would play out.
We have some texts that aren't always about football related.
Nice.
But OG Les does say, this is football. He says, I will be listening to the game via radio in a combine tomorrow, Bill. The dream.
Oh my! Are you kidding me?
A combine. OG Les.
Combine and listen to the game on radio. Listen to the game. So Jake you didn't grow up on the radio. Every game from you started watching was on TV. When you started watching, it was on TV. So I grew up myself in the parallel life with Steve Sipple. We grew up listening to. There'd only be at the time there'd be 3 games, maybe a season on TV, national TV. Maybe a 4th that fluctuated, but that was it. And the bowl game was always on. But you listen to like 7 games of the year like that, and there'd be big games.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I remember listening to Nebraska, Missouri, or there were these games are on the radio, and it was just incredible to listen to the voice. And then the radio right now is incredible by Nebraska. Those guys do a tremendous job. But I grew up with Lyle Bremser.
You did.
I grew up with Lyle Bremser calling games.
Legend.
And so to hear it on the radio was just so much fun. And when they would describe it, they were painting a picture. I can remember laying on the floor in front of it. At the time, everyone in this house in the 70s had these giant stereos, and it had it'd have this huge stereo, and and you could play albums in it and all that. And it was huge. Again, it's like the TVs, Jake. It weighed a couple hundred pounds. And I would lay in front of it and listen to the
Right.
game. Just lay on the floor and listen to the game. And sometimes you had to get up and kind of move the knob a little bit to try to make sure that it
Less
was
static.
with less static
Yep.
it was in. But people would sit and listen for 3.5 hours to a game. And to have that is a great time.
Good.
Me and Laura experienced it last year. We had to drive back for the Nebraska Iowa game. And so we listened to the second half while we were driving back on the radio. And that was a fun to we're like, okay, this is fun to listen to on the radio but it was crazy when you don't know exactly what's going on, a little bit like that. But just thank you for that.
Paint the picture in your head.
Yes. What else was non-football, Jay?
Well, this was Josh. Josh says, hey guys, I missed the roll call, but I want to let you know that I'm finally on board and listening on my flight home from the Canary Islands.
Canary Islands.
8 hours of flight time to go. GBR, says Josh.
Josh, that's incredible. What a vacation he must have
Josh
been
was
on
in
down there.
apparently Bayona, Spain back 3 weeks
Yes, he
ago.
did.
He travels well, apparently.
Yeah, Josh
Good
is
for you,
doing very
Josh.
well for himself. Financially, like
He's
to try to
doing all right.
Josh, what are you doing for a job? Because
Chat, Josh.
this cash flow is going very well for you. You might want to get connected with Mid-Plains Advisors.
You should, yeah.
Yes,
You should do
immediately.
that. One more person says, I grew up going back to the combine. I grew up doing that, listening on radio while hauling corn to grain states in West Point.
Oh, West Point. Oh, what an area right there. Just south of Pender. God love that area. Right close to Beamer. Right there.
I know. I love Beamer, Bill.
Yeah, you love Beamer.
Indian Trails.
Indian Trails. I can talk about that
all day.
That hybrid that you hit on 7. I'll take a half hour on that
through
one.
it again, Bill.
That was like that. My dad grew up they grew up hunting, and they would be doing like that during that time of year. They have people just go, they have the radio on in the car, so you'd be listening. You get out and hunt. We had the radio on in the car the entire time to listen to a game, or in a duck blind, you'd have it.
Yes,
we'd be in a duck blind out hunting and have the game on a radio, which I would still enjoy.
But you can still do that.
Yes,
it still is possible.
Still possible.
That is Bill's Thrills, sponsored by Dirk Scott and Ty at Mid-Plains Advisors. Now it's time to play the game show. I think you'll have a good chance today, Bill. I know you don't like it when it's just you. You don't have a lifeline. It's just you today. Good luck, Bill. Film Friday, because
I don't like this.
Sip is about to take off. He did tell us he was on the flight about 7:35, so he's on the plane. Steve safe.
Yes.
Today's topic on Film Friday is Seinfeld. Bill Busch is a big Seinfeld fan.
I'm a Seinfeld fan. Sometimes but there was times things pop up and I'm like, I don't remember what it was. I'll remember the show.
Yes.
I can remember what happened. I can give you a dialogue, but if I name it exactly, like I named Jerry's girlfriend or something, I don't probably get it.
You'll be fine on that one. If
Okay.
you think you know your Seinfeld trivia, please
Call
call us right now, because it's not Shut Up Simple. It's Good Luck Bill today. 464-5685. Good luck, Bill.
We do that to make my mom happy.
That's right. Starts right now.
We've all been there. You're listening to the radio, and then that rage starts to grow inside of you. It starts to consume you. It gets to a point where you just want to yell, "Shut up, Sipple!"
No, sorry. I'm sorry.
Well, here's your chance. It's time to shut up, Sipple. Call now to play. 464-5685. Shut up, Sipple. Brought to you by Bagels and Joe.
Once again, Sip on the plane. So today, instead of Shut Up Simple, it's Good Luck Bill. We've got Seinfeld trivia. Bill has to feel okay about this. At least okay.
Yes.
Okay. Aaron's our caller. How do you feel about Seinfeld trivia today, Aaron?
It should be easy.
Okay, it should
Oh,
be
wow.
easy. All right, Aaron feels pretty
Aaron's
good.
in my grill. I thought maybe it was Aaron Henry, the defensive coordinator from Illinois, calling it.
Could
but
be.
It's not.
It's not? Okay.
No.
All right.
Bill's old. Should be easy.
Wow. Okay. Well, taking shots over
Taking
there.
shots already.
Taking
Yeah, okay.
shots.
Now it's got a little personal.
Now we have a layup to start, Aaron. I think it's a layup. For the first question, what is the name of the holiday that Frank Costanza invents in Seinfeld?
Easy. Festivus?
Festivus.
Brilliant.
Festivus is right. Bill's like, that's easy.
That's not cool. That's not.
It's easy.
Yeah.
It's a layup there.
That's like one of the most famous things
yeah.
from Seinfeld is Festivus for the rest of us.
All right, Bill.
Point out times when
it's a
people
great
have let you down.
Air our grievances, right?
Air our grievances and feats of strength. It's incredible. They get the pole out.
Kramer gets involved. It's beautiful,
Yes.
too. All right, Bill, first question. What is the name of the condominium complex in Florida where Jerry's parents reside?
Del Boca Vista.
Del Boca Vista.
Brilliant.
is
Incredible.
correct. That's right. 1-1 tie. Back to you, Aaron, to tie it up. What is the name of Elaine's on-again, off-again boyfriend throughout Seinfeld?
That's a layup.
This is for you, Aaron.
Hope he's not Googling that.
Yeah, no Googling.
No
Yeah,
Goog-
is it B. Pootie?
He says Pootie. I'm not going to give that to you. That's not right.
I'll take the lead on. Is this for the win?
No, this is for take the lead.
Take the lead. Okay. Putty.
Brilliant!
Oh, Putty was great.
David Putty.
My favorite was when got to support the team. When he's a face painter, got to support the team. Also, he sold cars. That was the best. Putty was so good.
He's a great actor.
Oh.
This is for the win. If you get this wrong, Aaron can steal and go to the tiebreaker. Bill, what is the name of Jerry's uncle that is seen throughout Seinfeld and is known as a known shoplifter?
Oh my God.
Don't say it, Aaron.
Oh, hang on. Leo.
Uncle Leo.
Brilliant!
I had my mind locked up for a second.
Uncle Leo is right.
Shoplifter.
Aaron, we'll get you a bagel and a coffee because we're calling you in there and calling down the road.
We'll take that win.
That's a dub. Nice win today, Bill. Tiebreaker for you. How old is Jerry Seinfeld?
71.
70.
70. Missed it by one.
Missed it by one.
Missed it
That's
by
a win. And good luck, Bill.
Oh, Putty. Elaine stole his Jesus fish off of his car.
Wait.
He stole my Jesus fish. So good.
Putty was great. So, well done, Bill. And you, what's your record now? Good luck, Bill. You are 7-5 overall now. And good luck, Bill. You updated that? Okay, 6-5. You are over 500.
It's not
good
bad.
luck, Bill.
It's not bad. I'll take that. Yes.
Before we get to breaking out of here, we got to give a quick shout out to our friends at Trados. Grain marketing is difficult. It doesn't have to be if you just give Trados a chance to do that at gotrados.com. GOTREDAS.com.
I was talking to a prominent farmer around Pender yesterday on the phone, and we talked about. And I mentioned him about Trados, and he's like, "I didn't know about Trados," and so Trados will be connected with him today. And he right away he goes because he's very intelligent. He goes, "This intrigues me because you know why? He's really smart."
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "You know what would be really cool? Maybe to talk to other smart people because that's where all your money's made. It's not made once like that. Okay, we have the yield. When do I sell it? Because a pretty big difference. Just so you know, if you sell it tomorrow, or maybe you sell it in March, and they can forecast that for you. Wow, we're talking hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars of cash. And it's Adam Ickes, incredible former Husker. Page, Nebraska. His team is incredible. And again, like that, everything is about the team, and building a bond with all the farmers in this great state.
Check out the website. Go again, GOTREDAS.com. GoTrados.com. The spillover is next on Early Break on the Ticket.
You're listening to Early Break with Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Busch. Sponsored by Midwest Bank on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Whether you like fishing together or fishing to get away, for the thrill of reeling in a big one, or just going out to have a good time, on the banks of your local pond, at a bend in a river, or on one of our many lakes and reservoirs, you'll always find the perfect place to cast a line, here, beneath Nebraska skies. Start planning your next fishing adventure today at letsfishnebraska.com. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Have you been injured in an accident and don't know where to turn? You need an attorney you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you've been injured, we want to help you. Liberty Law's experienced attorneys are committed to the pursuit of justice for those injured. Call Liberty Law and find out how we can help you get the compensation you deserve. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. Call the trial attorneys you can trust. 877-42-LIBERTY.
Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they are committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
When you're in the stands and have the ability to control your irrigation in the field, it's a game-changing moment. Valley is where farming meets end zone efficiency. With AgSense remote irrigation technology, farmers become the MVPs of their fields. Experience real-time, play-by-play action and control that keeps you ahead. Score big with irrigation technology from Valley. It's technology that improves your life and lets you be at the game and in the game. Find your local Valley dealer at valleyirrigation.com.
All right, Rico, let's do the final checklist before we head out. We have a lot of people coming to the tailgate today.
I'm ready.
Burgers?
Check.
Chips?
Check.
Icy cold beer?
Check. Except this one.
I'm forgetting something. Wait a second. Where's the Fuhrer's cheese spread?
I can't stop eating it.
Rico!
Relax. I always pack extra. It's the biggest hit of the tailgate.
For the best appetizer, party dip, and tailgate snack, load up on Fuhrer's cheese spread today in most local grocery stores.
Disney on Ice presents Mickey's Search Party. Get closer to the magic than ever before. Play along with the Toy Story gang. Explore the colorful world of Coco. Sail away with Moana. Soar to new heights with Belle. And journey to Arendelle to thaw a frozen heart. It's an all-out celebration at Disney on Ice presents Mickey's Surge Party. Playing Pinnacle Bank Arena this Friday through Sunday. Visit DisneyOnIce.com for show details and get your tickets today.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career? Or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Stevens & Smith Construction is a full-service, employee-owned concrete company that specializes in residential and commercial foundations and flat work. They've been a leader in the concrete industry since 1971, with nearly 250 employees combining for more than 2,000 years of service. With locations in Lincoln, Omaha, and Kansas City, they're united in quality, integrity, and professionalism to create excellence in construction. Learn more today at stevensandsmith.com.
It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Nebraska's premier Sea-Doo dealership. Score up to $300 off or a free 2-year warranty on 2024 Sea-Doo Sparks and $500 off or a free 2-year warranty on all other brand new 2024 Sea-Doos. Rule the streets on an Indian motorcycle with customer cash and trade-in credits up to $2,000 during the month of September. On or off-road, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has you covered with a large selection of motorcycles and watercraft in stock at their new 27th and I-80 location. Hurry in, the clock is running down.
Tailored Life is your headquarters for all things fall in Bennett. Make the short drive down Highway 2 for tons of items for your home, both indoors and outdoors. Check out their variety of potted trees, mums, and more. Plus, porch pots and landscape lighting to enhance the outside of your home. Don't forget their home goods for indoors, plus convenient drinks and snacks, most of which are produced locally. Visit Tailored Life today in Bennett and stay tuned to their Facebook page at Tailored Life 360 for food truck events coming up.
We're on the air.
Back
Well, party's starting early today, isn't it?
to more of Early Break on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It is time for the Spillover with AD, sponsored by our friends at Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, One Love. Great locations in Lincoln. Check it out here and across the state. AD, how are you on this Friday morning?
Man, doing good, brother. The voice is a little messed up.
A little messed up.
Week of traveling, speaking and all that stuff, man.
Yes.
But it's been good, man. Good
How
Friday.
was Sioux Falls?
I tell you what, big props to Sioux Falls, South Dakota, man. That town, I
love Sioux Falls.
Yeah, I hadn't
Huge
been there
fan.
like in 10 years, like downtown proper.
Yeah.
And
They got a great downtown.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Yeah. They did a heck of a job, man. It was for the Bankers Association up there. So great time, bro. Great
Good.
time. You know what I was thinking about when I was driving? I'm like, man, that's been a beautiful day to golf this afternoon.
Yeah, I know. Yes, there's been some great days this week.
Because I go by that one. What's the one in Sioux City, though? That's right just north of Sioux City. That
Dakota
nice
Dunes.
Dakota Dunes.
I played that recently.
Recently you did?
Last week.
Are you serious?
Yes.
You kept it on the DL, man.
I did. I tried to keep it. Yeah.
The last time I played that course, oh goodness.
That course is
15 years ago,
fun.
maybe?
It is such a beautiful golf
It
course.
is.
Dakota Dunes used to have a Nike.com tour event
Yes,
there
they
years
did.
ago. Then that
Yes,
moved
they
to
did.
somewhere else. But it is a sweet property.
It is a beautiful, and it could beat you up quick.
Oh yeah, I've been beaten up there before.
Yeah, it can beat you
Yes.
up quick. I forget some of the holes because it's been so long ago, but that I remember the first few holes pretty well. But just a beautiful track.
If
though,
I
man.
have an invite to play there, I rarely pass it up. If I do, it kills me to pass it up.
Yeah,
It kills me. I
is a
love that
great
golf
track,
course.
man. Great track.
Last
Great
night,
track.
the Cowboys beat the Giants 20-15 on Thursday Night Football. It's 8 straight wins for the Cowboys over the Giants. It was entertaining.
a good
Dak
game,
Prescott
man.
played well. Daniel Jones actually did play well in the game. They
Yes.
didn't win the game. They had 5 field goals, no touchdowns. But Malik Neighbors, he got hurt late. I think he's going to be okay, but he played well in the game.
Wandale Robinson.
Wandale had I think, 11 catches.
Yes, and
Woo.
could have been 12.
Woo.
There was one, but
Yes.
he got called back anyway, though. The one that he secured, dropped. They said it was a fumble. Then it was they had legal man downfield.
Yes.
So it negated itself regardless. But he had a heck of a game last night. I was so happy for him, man. Wish they could have. I'll say this for Pete Ferguson's mental health. For my guy Jim Edwards, that both of those guys went to East. Pete needed that win bad, man.
I need to win badly. I'm playing the Titans on Monday night, AD. And as of yesterday, the Dolphins have not named a quarterback.
They still haven't yet?
It could be Snoop Tyler Huntley in the game.
I
It
thought you
could-
meant Snoop. I'm like Snoop Dogg's playing for
I would prefer
Snoop Dogg.
I would prefer Tyler Huntley because I think he gives the best chance with the bad offensive line to run.
Yeah.
You need a mobile quarterback right now with the way the line's going. Skylar Thompson is not an NFL quarterback. I don't know why they keep going with him. And he's also got banged up ribs. You can't play him. Tim Boyle, we pointed out, in his college career, had 1 touchdown and 13 picks. He's made it many years in the NFL. I don't get why.
He collected them checks somehow.
So please, Dolphins, please just go with Tyler Huntley. If he fails, it's on me. It's on you. We need hope right now. He's the best chance of hope.
Jake, if you guys, this is I don't ever say every game's a must win, but this game would do wonders for the psyche of Miami.
Yeah. Well, you lose. The Titans are 0-3. Now
Yeah.
the Titans are not a bad team.
No.
They have found amazing ways to lose. Will Levis has made 1 or 2 stupid plays every game.
Cost 'em.
They were up 17-3 on the Bears in the first game and lost the game because of him, not the defense. It was they had a block punt for a touchdown allowed, and then Levis had 2 ridiculously bad turnovers. One was a pick 6, the other one was a fumble.
They found ways to lose.
And
those
so,
games.
the Packers did, beat them 30-14. They beat them handily. But then the second week, they should have beat that team also. They played. I forget who they played, but the Titans, found a way to lose. So,
It's still one of
the
those
psyche.
teams, and even the Titans, though, it's another team that needs a win pretty bad.
They
need
do.
a win. They need
They
one.
do. They were trying to win now. They had, they got Calvin Ridley this offseason. They got some expensive cornerbacks. They spent money this offseason. But our game tomorrow, AD, Nebraska at Purdue. I was looking at the forecast during the break. It's going to rain all day today. I think by game time, it appears to be mostly cleaned up tomorrow, cleared up.
Okay.
It rained in the morning, but I think by 10 or 11, it says chance of rain is going way down. It looked like a pretty nice day, 74 degrees. So I don't think that rain will play a factor as of right now into tomorrow's game. But Huskers right now, AD, are a 10-point favorite. How do you feel about tomorrow? Are you nervous? Are you confident? Where do you stand on Nebraska-Purdue?
I'll say like I was last week against Illinois. I said I was concerned. against Illinois is what I said. I'm concerned. And, well, unfortunately, it turned out to be true. That's out of the way now. But I would still say I'm concerned because this is a young team, man. You know, I was talking to a guy. There's a lot of Husker fans up in Sioux Falls as well, the Dakotas. And he just mentioned, he goes, man, but they give up so many yards. They do this, they do that. I said, this team is still finding out who they are, man.
Yes, they are.
This team is still finding out who they are. This is a team that has not been on the road yet. In Purdue, Coach, they're just a team. I'm just not. Nebraska can't look by anybody. Just no one. They just simply can't. I'll tell my score during later in the show, but Jake, I expect it to be a closer game than some people think, man.
I'll give my prediction now since we're about to wrap this up. I have it being very close, and I hope I'm wrong. I hope I have Nebraska winning. Let's go with that.
Yes.
I've said all week long, 24-20 Nebraska.
Mm-hmm.
And I know people are thinking, it could be a 34-10 route. I hope that you're right.
I
hope that you are right. But
Right.
until Nebraska again, I know they proved the first 3 games they could do it. Then they came back to earth last week against Illinois. If you can prove you can overcome a bad loss and go on the road and beat a team that you should beat and not have ridiculous turnovers or just a botched play defensively.
Right.
I can't pick it until you do it. So that's why I know they struggle in close games. But I will say Nebraska is the better team. They should win the game. But an uncomfortably close game goes all 4 quarters to the end. 24-20 Nebraska. I pray that it is much bigger than that.
You know, it's I'm hoping the same thing, man. I really am. I hope they beat the brakes off of them. But like I said, I'm going to it. Because think about this. Nebraska's already proven they could beat teams they're supposed to, because we did that in the first 3 games.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I just think it'll be closer than what I'd like, put it that way. But I hope I'm wrong.
Yep. I hope you're right as well. Before we get out of here, I want to give a giveaway real quick, AD. How about that?
Oh,
how about a giveaway? So tonight and tomorrow at Haymarket Park, our friends at Blur Events we saw last week at the party before the Illinois game.
Yep.
They've got Sip Nebraska. It's an all-you-can-eat, all-you-can-drink festival for Nebraska wines, beers, distilleries, all that stuff at Haymarket Park. 4 to 9 p.m. tonight, and tomorrow it's 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. at Haymarket. So you can watch the Nebraska game at Haymarket Park. So
that'll be sweet.
Caller 5. I'll get this out there. Caller 5 right now at 402-464-5685. I'll give you a 2-pack. I'll give you 2 tickets. Actually, I'll give you a 4-pack. 4-pack of tickets. You choose if you want tonight or tomorrow. I've got both. So if you want tonight's tickets for SIP Nebraska, these are free. It's a 4-pack. All you can drink out there. 4 to 9 p.m. tonight. 11 to 9 tomorrow. If you want to buy tickets, also go to blurevents.com.
That'd be a great event.
It's fun. So check it out.
Weather will be beautiful too, man.
Caller 5 right now. Rick will get you information and we'll get the info to you. But that's it for us. The Drive with Raf, AD, and Amon. Green is next for Steve Sipple and Bill Busch. I am Jake Sorensen. We will see you for the pregame show at 8 a.m. tomorrow. See you.
Are you or someone you love struggling with substance use? The Bridge Behavioral Health in Lincoln offers outpatient therapy for those 19 and over. The Bridge is conveniently located in the South Haymarket and near city bus lines, with payment options through insurance.